We're going live right now. Wait, we're going live. We're going live. We're going live. Oh, it's time. Welcome to the stream, everybody. It's Pillars of Eternity's time. Eternities, I suppose. The time of Pillar of Eternity. Wait a minute. My asses today are all weird. I have multiple ones. So where are we? We are in Galvino's workshop. I believe there's only one level. We have found his laboratory, or however you want to pronounce that. And we're dealing with exploding constructs, and that is not fun. That is really not fun, actually. That's really nasty. Because those guys blow up and they don't give me experience when they die. So let's see what we can do here. Last stream I blew up one of them. And there's another unstable one. The problem is once I do this... Oh, that's not too bad. It very well might be. Okay, that nobody's coming. Good thing. Shut up. That was paralyzed for a few seconds, not too much. Release the shot. Get another paralyze. Oh no, that's a prone. That's nice. Ah, that's a paralyzed for 12 seconds right there. Pretty good. No. No, why? Why? That's you're paralyzed. The game is weird. I can do this. Please die. No. She says die as she starts to reload. That didn't work. That did not work. This is bad. Oh, this is terrible. Seriously, stop. Oh my god, you see that little icon? This is why this is not fun with these guys. Also, I take forever to reload. I don't know if this is a dead end. My god. It's gonna blow up. How did it hit me? At least it didn't kill me. How did it hit me? I am telling you, these guys are the worst. And I just slept as well. My god. Moving on then. We have an iron construct. I just need to see what we have over here, because if it's just the iron construct, that guy saw something over there. Harry, welcome to the stream. How's it going? A misshapen construct. Okay, so it's kind of a nasty mixture, assortment of units, but that's fine. Let's hopefully not trigger that trap, because that trap is really nasty. Speaking of which, I hope I don't have my... No, I have the right ones. You played a couple of hours of Dragon Age 2 and 3. Yeah. Especially 2, from what I heard. Didn't actually see any footage. I didn't see any footage from either 2 or 3, so I don't know. And that guy over there is going to be a joy to deal with. Let's see if I can paralyze him. Okay, the paralyzation works. Let's see if I can kill it. That's really what I care for. Let's do this right there. Let's just keep attacking him. Yeah, disengage all you like. We just need to kill him. Oh no, there's another one coming. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. It's all death. Okay, well, that wasn't all death. That was quite a lot of death. And now you need to go in there. See, this is why I don't like these guys. They kill me. Why would you like somebody that kills you? Really? Okay, then get... Is that the blessing? That is a blessing. It's a different blessing, though, than... Oh, no, I just didn't click. Uravius. You're in the wrong spot. Neat. There we go. I think we can attack. Zahu is taking quite a lot of damage. Bruno, welcome to the stream. How's it going? Your name is Blue today. Why is that? Good evening.
I'd be glad to.
Okay, so let's see what we have here. Exceptional rapiers, nothing too amazing. Let's just hope that none of us dies. I don't think I took any damage in that little interchange. Oh yeah, later in the game it takes so long for endurance to regenerate because people have so much endurance. I remember having like 800 or something. I mean, we're just like level 13 right now. 11. So yeah, I remember having a lot more endurance. Which makes sense, because I think we reached like level 20 or something. So we have a key, a cell key. Do we need that for anything? And we have an exceptional battle axe. Now, battle axes are quite rare. And for that one to be an exceptional one, yeah, it really just means that it's upgraded. Did you miss much? Not really. That's basically this fight that we just had. And me raging already because of these unstable constructs. Because Galvino can't make stable constructs, he sends them to blow themselves up. Right up against me. And Jung has just arrived as well. Welcome on in, Jung. How's it going? Welcome. And we have a proper key for that. Oh, this opens this. I would like to have something like this in my house. I probably wouldn't, actually. Doors with books attached to them. It's probably a recipe for disaster. We have a little bit of grain right there. We have a camping supply, which is great. Because that way we are stocked up. We have a workshop key over here. And an experimental notes. This hastily written entry is dotted with lots of ink. I'm sorry, I've been eating chocolate and I got chocolatey flakes in my mouth. I know that sounds disgusting. Or tasty. I don't know. It's not tasty. It's chocolate, but still. So, sort of weird. I refuse to continue wasting my time with these stitchwork grotesqueries. This is probably the devil, again. What work is spent in granting the rotting corpse the feeblest spark of life is later tripled in repairs. Truly they come apart at the seams. The sight of them in the corridors has come to disgust me. They hold nothing of the subject's vitality, intelligence, coordination, only a brute obedience. Flesh has too gentle a grasp upon the essence, that much is clear. Little wonder the fools at Breckenberry were so willing to pawn these sorry specimens off so cheaply. Medicho, the stench. Okay, this could be Galvino. It could also be the devil. Devil of Karok. So let's see. There's an iron construct down there. And I suppose that's the only way to get over here, so we're gonna get over here. What I want, though, is I want to see if I can release a shot, then attack all of those. Oh, that's good. I can paralyze you, if I'm lucky. Ooh, that's nice. Oh, that's not nice. Oh, man. Okay. Let's do this. You need a little bit of bark skin in there. You are just casting that. Okay, so get back. Are they immune to petrify? They're not, actually. That's actually pretty good. And we have a few spells. You are gonna need to get yourself back on your feet. And I'm gonna need some phantom foes. That's for flanked. That is indeed for flanked. It's actually pretty good on that regard, or in that regard. So you're done there. Can you guys shut up, please? I'm dealing with combat over here.
It's no use.
Yeah, you need to shut up about this being no use. Also, Durance is done, so I can have a blessing for everybody. Speaking of blessing, his blessing is gone. I think it's per rest or something. I could put this stuff back there. I suppose it's always good. Just spiders. The spider. Okay, that iron construct is gonna wreck her stuff, which is gonna be really nasty. And I think he's also attacking. Yeah, she's dead. That's that's just the excuse me, a necessity of life. Arilagi, welcome to the stream. It's been a while, man. Welcome on in. It's been a long day as well for you. Oh man. Well, thank you for coming in, and I'm glad you joined. Welcome on in. We're in Galvino's workshop, and Galvino is just an animaster here in the expansion. An animaster is basically somebody that, you know who an animaster is, somebody that deals with souls, and I'm gonna need to get in there and heal my friends. This woman is dead. She is dead. There's no way for me to save her. Hirav just finished his ability. I'm gonna try and cast some good stuff over there, but this is probably not gonna work. She's still alive, surprisingly enough. Zahu is casting a few punches. She hasn't died yet, which is surprising. Durance has just healed her. I suppose I could keep doing things, but it's really not gonna work. So let's not bother with things. Let's just cast spells on their face as much as possible. Already activated. No, it's not activated. It's not oh, it's activated because, yeah, we just... Look. Okay, she's dead. Okay. Gonna need to sleep again. That's fine. Let's see. Crowns of the Faithful. That's extra perception and resolve in intellect. That's actually better for us. That's 25% intellect. Is that really what it is? No, it's just 6 intellect. It's still pretty good. Still pretty amazing. So let's keep attacking there. Let's cast that spell over there. Okay, and now I can cast this thing for extra damage. And she's dead, so I can keep...
Lavaru.
She hasn't...
Beyond sea.
Okay, off. Ooh, nice. Okay, more of these things. Because he's now... Let's see how much intelligence he has. He's got 36, or intellect, same thing. Which adds to area of effects, not actually to damage. Same thing. It doesn't matter. Let's see... To area of effect. Let's get some of these down there. Can I? Can I? Thank you. These rotting flesh constructs, they're just the worst. And we know that, of course. Because we have had serious trouble with them before. I'm gonna do a block bane on Pallegina, even though she is pretty amazing at that anyway. So we're doing pretty serious damage back there. Let's keep at it right there. Keep spending our spells. We have more spells if we want to. Suppose. That's what I can do there. There goes more spells. And then balls. Send the ball in there. Those kind of crashed the game a little bit, but... Yeah. And we have a misshapen construct. No unstable ones, interestingly enough. So that's pretty good. You're not late. You are not late indeed. 6 minutes when you arrived. Yeah, basically that. Can you see the attributes on the barbarian? Sure.
Tell me.
I'm not going to tell you anything. Shut up. Her attributes are a bunch of might, not very much anything else. The intellect over here, I suppose, is for the shouts. But might is really what I care for. These two in general are what I care for. Although attacks, dexterity would have been interesting as well. The Barbarian is just not a class that I really have a lot of use for, because I like confined spaces. And the Barbarian doesn't like confined spaces. I don't like traps.
Death comes for me.
Yes. Let's try and take care of that. What can I say? This place is full of traps. Let's save the game there. See what we have here on this thing. I wasn't even sneaking. White Yennefer. Not Yennefer. Damage reduction. That's pretty decent. I don't have that. Pretty good. Got some vessel flesh. Interesting. Oh yeah, of course. These guys are they're vessels. Even though they are not undead, not clearly undead, they still have the same class as undead. Because it's vessels, that's what that means. Intelligence and might. Oh yeah. I suppose. She doesn't have that many shouts though. It's not really that big of a deal. We have... Oh boy. Okay. So everybody attacks that. Except for you, who attack that over there. And I'm actually going to try and paralyze it. Because that's the worst. Please be fast. Paralyzed for 12 seconds. That's not too bad. Hiravius. Oh, yeah, we have big balls. No, we don't. Shut up. Just keep at it.
Need something?
You're gonna shapeshift pretty soon. I don't have... do I? I do. Between stones. Sounds good to me. Let's try that. Fast. Fast. Oh, no! Oh, he's paralyzed for 4 seconds. That's actually pretty great. There we go. We killed the unstable construct before it could blow up and kill us all. Let me try and go for the disintegration over there on you. Did it work? It did! Well, it's gonna die now. It's dead. That thing damages 340 raw damage. Bypasses all armor. It's not doing that well, to be honest. I mean, that guy must have like armor for days or health for days. 38 damage. That was pathetic. That was the worst. Why? What is this that's doing? Oh, it's another machine. She's paralyzed for a little bit. Yeah, she needs more might. I will respec her eventually. This is getting... shut up. He doesn't even have damage resistance. What is he immune to? A few knockdowns and things, most likely. We're good. Going well. Still, oh, the AoE targeting. Ooh, that's a good point.
Good thing I sold most of my jewelry.
But the problem with that is that she also hurts your friends with her savage attack. Which
How
is
about that?
a bit of a problem. Because the savage attack, I think, adds sickened and things like that. By the way, let me just make sure I didn't screw up, because I think I might have. I didn't. Amazing. Okay. I was talking about the YouTube video saying that I'm here. Okay, so that cannot be triggered, or that cannot be disarmed. What is this? Concussive missile trap. It's just a stupid thing. We don't even use them. We don't even use them. I've been saying that I don't use them because I don't have a rogue, but I don't know if that's how it is. Where is everyone? Don't worry, Arilagi. People tend to show up later on. The beginning of the stream is always slower. What do we have here? This hulking contraption hums with power, approaching within a few feet. Sets of peculiar buzzing in your teeth. Yeah, don't go there. And I don't have teeth fillings, so that's probably it'd probably be worse if I had that. Oh, that's a good thing I sneaked over there. Yeah, just usually people show up later, like after an hour they start showing up. It's been very good actually in terms of audience. The streams I've been getting very easily above 20 concurrent viewers, which is amazing, which is awesome. And sometimes I even get close to 50. I've broken 50 concurrent viewers like last week or something. But I think I was being streamed. I think like the official wiki for Pills of Eternity, because I saw the origins of that particular stream, the origins of where people came from, and like 85% came from the Pills of Eternity wiki. So they're probably watching there, and I don't know who updates things there, but thank you if you're watching right now.
Unseen.
Thank you for that, and I'm glad I can be of service. Okay, we have, although mostly just these streams are mostly about us trying not to die. It's a very combat heavy expansion. I would prefer if it wasn't, but then again, it's I don't know. For a combat heavy expansion, it's actually pretty expensive because it cost me I think $24 each. And I bought each part. You could buy them at the same time, like for $30. But I bought each part, and so yeah. But I'm okay with that, because this is the sort of game that I want Obsidian to make all the time, forever. Forever. No, actually, that's not true. Not forever. I want them to make. Oh no, stop. Okay, I'm gonna fall back because this is actually really nasty. I want them to make turn-based games, but they don't make turn-based games. So, let's see. Let's get you healed so you don't die. And here we go. This looks better. So, we have an iron construct over here, and I should be able to make you a little bit easier to hit. 94, 91, yeah, let's go. Down to 61, that's pretty good. And we have another one coming, and we got another thing coming. It's a pretty awesome song. By Judas Priest, I believe. It might be from... Is it Accept? No, it's Judas Priest. Oh, here they come. Well, I got another thing coming myself. So I can fix that, or I can submit myself to this. I'm gonna just run away. With him in particular, and everybody else, I'm sort of just gonna fall back. Because those guys are gonna blow up, and that is not fun, as I keep saying.
That didn't.
She's still alive. Not anymore. But there we go.
Bury me.
Bury you. Shut up. I'm not gonna bury you. Just kill that guy. Already.
I'm here.
Immune, not paralyzed. So please paralyze him for a few seconds. That's pretty good. That's perfect. Why? Oh, you're prone. Somebody's prone. Who passed out? Oh, no. Yeah, those two passed out. I didn't notice. Let's see. The games are combat heavy because... Oh, the extra... That's a good point. It's a good point, Bruno. Although, I think it might be more than that. But it's a very good point. And I'm glad I chose that, because this playthrough is meant to be... well, we're going to need to sleep pretty soon. But this playthrough is meant to be a challenge. It's meant to be sort of the best playthrough I can do. Sort of similar to what I would do if I were playing by myself, basically. Just go for maximum, go for all the things that I can. Not on the first playthrough, I guess. In the first playthrough, you always want to just have enjoyment. Ooh, nice. I was a prone for a bunch of seconds. On the first playthrough, you always want to enjoy it. But this is my... technically like my 5th or something. But for the end game, it's going to be my 2nd one. Because I've only finished the game once. And that guy's going to be a big problem here. Because he's still always healing. Yeah, he needs to just stop and not heal anymore. Okay, and down he goes. It's all down to bringing his deflection down. The soundtrack for this playthrough, Bee Gees Staying Alive. I didn't know it was Bee Gees. I know what Bee Gees means. It's the band. I just didn't know it was
no
Bee
trouble.
Gees.
Hope that helps.
For the Staying Alive. Let's see. Boots of Stability for extra defense against prone attacks and some extra defense against push attacks. Now, those are pretty good for Ether. Or Ether. I think it's... I don't know. I haven't heard his name in a little while. Oh, secret arm over there on that statue. And we have a ruby and a vessel bone. Because it makes sense, it was an arm. And we got a few more things. Right of the Untamed. I got that one right there. Of course, he went somewhere else in the inventory because the game is... Did it? It didn't. The game is bugged, though, in that regard. And we have more experimental notes. Madicho! 3 weeks of hard work gone and fully articulated frame with them. That's a shame. These crude materials are more unstable than expected, though no less expensive. I will try a slower process. Ac? I think I know this. Ac? No, that's a word. More electricity, perhaps. Along the bottom of the page, a scrolled addendum reads, "Too much electricity will require more subjects." You dummy. See, I tell you, Galvino is a crazy man. Galvino doesn't...
Good thing I sold
doing.
most of my jewelry.
Colonel say BJ. Pun intended. What? Did I say BJ? What is it, BJ? I know what BJ is. But what did I say BJ about? What? Did I say BJ? What did I say BJ about? Oh my god, I'm terrible. I forgot. I'm sorry. Did I miss something here? So we have this weird machine over here that leads to nowhere. And then we have nothing else. Was there a door? It's very hard to see here, but there's no doors there. I mean, for you, it must be terrible. And this is where we got in from. And this is the testing grounds. Oh. What? How do I know it's the testing grounds? Oh, because... yeah, how do I know it's the testing... Oh, okay. I know because I've been there. Now this, we haven't opened. So let's go in. And let's meet the boss of this place. Not really the boss. I mean, yes, the boss, but just not... I'm not gonna fight him. An elderly man hunches over a cluttered desk in the back of the workshop. His flesh is pulled tightly around thin, fragile-looking bones, except around his neck, where it hangs in loose wattles. Very interesting word. He turns as you enter, a scowl already chiseled into his lined face. And look at his mustache right there. Also his beard. My god, that's a really scraggly beard. Pretty cool beard, though.
Back again? I told you.
You notice his accent? That's Valiant accent. Our character, my main character, is from the Old Valia as well. Is it from Old Valia or the Valiant Republic? I think it's Old Valia, which is sort of the old country, and the Valiant Republic just declared independence. Pallegina, who's traveling with us, is from the Valiant Republic, though. She has the same accent. So our character doesn't, because we're a drifter, we just go where we want. He hesitates, squinting at you from behind smudged and dusty spectacles.
Of course, a fresh fool to replace the last fools. What brings you stomping through my workshop, eh?
He draws his word out, looking you up and down. A sneer creeps across his face. What are those things that I just had to kill and destroy on my way here?
My work. And from the racket outside, I must assume you made a mess of them.
Come on, Galvino, they weren't your best work.
That's the Devil of Karok. I just can't remember the Karok bit over there, usually. How far am I into the game, asks Jung. So halfway through the first half of the expansion, and about halfway through of the main campaign. I should have time to finish the game before the second one comes out. At least that's the hope.
And you are? I should melt you for parts, Amora.
Oh, no, he's not asking... Oh, yeah, he's saying Amora is Oh, actually, amore might mean like might mean honey, because it kind of sounds like amore, which would be the Italian for love. Although, yeah, it is used as love would be used in English. I should melt her for parts. So yeah, she's the devil that we've been reading about. I mean, at least the what's written. I'm gonna wait and say nothing and see what they are gonna talk about.
But you come seeking the White Forge, like they all do. Boys with smooth cheeks and wild dreams. Girls with bright ribbons tied next to their scabbards.
That sounds nice. Who are these boys and girls? What?
Old men and women, too, seeking a final blaze of glory before
No.
they're snuffed out for another turn at the wheel. Sound familiar?
No, it doesn't actually. I was gonna say that maybe he's describing people who have come to access the White Forge, and it might be, but it doesn't sound familiar, no. Just to clarify, another turn at the wheel there means actually dying and being reborn. People who are trying to basically get snuffed out and died. I'd rather strive for greatness than wither in the shadows.
Pazzo! Most bold for one who came seeking my help. I have this conversation with every pig-headed swashbuckler those Postonagos and stalwarts send here. Go see Galvino, they say. Surely he'll help you.
Oh, the first time around this was funny. The second time around it's even better. So the first time around, basically, when you see this, when he does this line, you just come to the realization of the situation you're in. But it's all like the situation you're in is basically you're not being played, but I guess you're just you've been given the path that a lot of other adventurers have been given, and you just realize that this guy he's not actually in control of anything, which is funny the first time around, but you're also having to deal with the fact that you are basically on a hopeless path because a lot of other people have tried to get into the battery itself, but they haven't been able to, which is the whole undertone of this conversation so far. But the second time around it's much funnier because you've forgotten, or at least I've forgotten, about this particular detail, so that's actually pretty good.
Must have slipped their minds what a busy and important fellow you are.
That's the devil again.
I should have let them stone you. Would have silenced your endless rattling forever.
What he's referring to here, it's not a spoiler, I'm not trying to spoil anything, but what he's referring to here is actually it's her story. The should have let them stone you. So basically, she was about to be stoned, and he didn't let her be stoned. Now, how that came to pass and the consequences and the reasons why and all that, well, that's for us to find out if we're gonna have her on our team. I think we need to have her on our team, but she might have one of those quests that basically we need to fight with her, so she talks. But if we don't do that, I did that in the Let's Play, and I can explain it later on, so it's fine.
Then you'd have naught but those frostbitten inbreds for company.
She is very... her voice portrays what she is. She's very smart. She's very detached as well. And we're gonna see her be this. She's very detached because you can see that how she doesn't care. You can see that already, but all throughout her dialogue, she's like that. She's a very consistent character, which I think they really nailed in the expansions. Very consistent characters, so not all over the place, not characters that are really cryptic. She's not cryptic, but she comes off as very, very like focused and independent, which is interesting because of her situation. She's effectively at this point his property, really, which is smart, interesting because she's not stuck. She can move. I think you're upset. You're an old. There's an old wound with Stalwart, then.
The spiteful imbeciles destroyed my career, ruined years of work. But let us focus on the reason for your visit, yes?
Let me just praise the fact that they didn't say how perceptive I was. Let's focus on that. Video game writers out there, he didn't say anything about my perception. That's how proper things work.
The villagers and their adventurers hammer and pry at the battery as if they were laying siege to some moldering lord's keep.
Let me just fix this. There we go.
But those stones were laid by some of the finest builders ever to have lived, disciples of Abaddon in the truest sense.
Abaddon, he's referring to here, is the god of smiths, and these dwarves were smithy blacksmiths. I mean, it's a forge. It's the white forge. What did he call it? Durgan steel, I believe that it's also in there. And that's what he's referring to as being the followers of Abaddon, the god of smithing. But in the truest sense, I think it's because dwarves in general are followers of Abaddon. Maybe. I don't know.
They will not fall by the whims of any kith. And the door itself, it is infused with living essence.
The dwarves themselves must have had a way of getting in, though.
Perfetto! This is the crux of the matter. The Pargrunen of Durgan's battery perished within their own keep, victims of a violent disagreement among their own commandants.
That's what we heard before as well, that they killed each other, basically. A rebellion, a mutiny or something.
Surely in the village you have heard stories, no? Disappearing caravans, tracks in the snow, screams from the high towers. The work of spirits still trapped in the battery, and a testament to those impenetrable walls. But the door of the keep, the one the Pargrunen filled with essence, it was made to listen, to recognize its masters.
So I need the door to recognize me?
Traditional Aptapo cultures revolved around language. Words revealed who they were and where they were from.
I don't actually know what Aptapo means. I think we've heard a similar... Oh, Pargrunen. Pargrunen are actually... I don't know what Aptapo means. The Pargrunen are the dwarves that were inside the battery itself. Yeah.
That is why you need a Kantek.
A Kantek. I think that's a song. I've heard of this song. I've heard of this word before, and I postulated that it might mean song. What's a Kantek?
Some liken it to a poem, others to an anthem. In reality, it is more than either. A Kantek is a statement of purpose, a declaration of identity. Each is unique to its stronghold.
It's a creed. Ah, seal your door with a key of words, and any liar can talk his way through. There's nothing built of words that won't break when the slightest stress is applied. This is true, Durance. That's why nobody likes you.
Thus, to enter a fortress like Durgan's battery, you would stand at the gate and recite its Kantek.
The goat people from Aptapolari. Interesting. To enter the fortress like Durgan's battery, you would stand at the gate and recite the Kantek. Okay, so that sounds pretty simple. What an incredible tradition, I'm gonna say passionately.
Verus! A shame the Postanagos here cannot appreciate such elegance.
Postanagos, I think, is an insult.
To learn the Kantek, you must speak with one of the dwarves of Durgan's battery. A shame they are all dead, no?
Yes.
But no doubt their souls live on in one or two of the villagers of Stalwart. Like fine wine poured into a cheap pot.
Oh, this quest. The cuts I have made for the Let's Play in this quest must be such a fine viewing experience, apart from my voice and the recording quality.
But to identify them, that is the first problem. You would need the skills of an animancer.
Well, I'm a watcher. The golem swivels her head sharply towards you. Her mask of a face and the glass eyes behind it betray no emotion, but it seems as if she's watching you carefully.
A watcher? Diverus? If this is true, then you could find a sole descendant from Durgan's battery, no question. But the greater difficulty remains.
It does. There's a lot of loading screens.
You would have to learn the Kantek from the dormant soul. And to do that, you would have to awaken it.
So this is a bit of a problem here, to awaken the soul. It actually makes total sense. So basically, awakened soul is somebody that remembers the past lives of his own soul. We found pretty early in the game that somebody that is awakened eventually goes crazy because they can tell the different lives apart after a while and they just go crazy. Merwold, who was the first awakened soul that we found, and he was actually in Cadnua, he was the Lord of Cadnua, interim Lord of Cadnua. He was crazy, and he attacked us because he was crazy. So he was crazy because he was awoken. So that's actually a pretty serious toll there to have on the people, on the person that we're gonna need to awaken. But this awakened would be permanent, wouldn't it?
Oh, yes. Whoever you awaken will live with the memories and the personality of a past life. Maybe peacefully, maybe not.
Hopefully peacefully, but probably not.
That is why you must pay attention to the soul you would awaken, no? It is a monumental thing to impose on another, but these are the very people who wish to rediscover the White Forge, Verus?
Well, I don't need to impose it. I can explain the situation and tell him, hey, or her, I don't remember who it is. Hey, so I'm going to traumatize you for life, but it's all because we are going to be able to get some pretty good steel. Is that okay? And there's the forge, and hopefully it's the mayor of town, because she is already pretty crazy as it is. She's not crazy. She's actually very down to earth. So how would I awaken somebody? Actually, the information we have, about being awakened is that we need to some trauma, something that reminds them of their past lives. So we need to know something about their past lives and then try to replicate that. So if the way they died, for example, works very well for that, at least as far as we can tell. Nice, I mean, so far from the game as well. So how would I do that?
An awakening is merely the jolting of a dormant soul into consciousness. When such things happen normally, it is because something has reminded the subject of a past life, often violently so. Thus, to awaken one of the former dwarves of Durgan's battery, you will need to address that soul, and preferably by name. But show some care. When you examine these souls, whatever it is you watchers do, you may see images, memories. These are moments of special import. What you see will tell you much about the person, and perhaps the condition in which they awaken. Awaken them from a traumatic memory, and who knows, maybe they awaken thirsty for blood, or maybe you awaken someone else. Here, this has been tuned to the Aeon of Durgan's battery. Use it near the villagers, and it should tell you if one has a soul old enough to have come from the battery.
It's got like 100 charges, but it's got charges. It's not an infinite thing. I don't know if it's charges per rest, though. I don't remember exactly. But it gave me a resonance amplifier, which is lovely. So the Cantech is all I need.
Who can say? None have yet opened Durgan's battery. But the ones that came before you, I think they got close. You may wish to find them and see what they discovered.
I did, and that's where I found... So we've been to Durgan's battery already, to the gate, and there was this sort of seal that we had to put a tile. That's the tile it's referring to right there in the second option. And we had a tile the shape of a anvil, I think. I didn't remember where that was from. Well, we have found the remains of the... well, actually, I think I might have killed some of them or something. But we found the remains of the Latin Key members that came up here. Because we found their journal as well. So they want to stop people from accessing the White Forge. That was their intention. They never made it to the White Forge, or they never made it to Durgan's battery. It's basically the same thing. White Forge is in there. And they all died, I think. And they had that thing in the journal, so that's interesting.
Then perhaps the Cantech is what you now require.
Well, I've applied the tile already, so thank you for your help. He dismisses the thought with a wave of a hand.
It is a pleasure to have such a courteous guest for a change. A shame you must dirty your boots in Stalwart.
They're already pretty dirty.
I'm going with her.
Like that, huh? The golem looks between you, her neck turning on its oiled joint.
You? Go to Stalwart? Is this your macabre sense of humor, or has something gone to rust in that beautiful head I crafted?
No one will bother me while I'm with her. Besides, I can help her find people in Stalwart.
The golem's burnished face is eerily impassive.
You haven't been to Stalwart in 13 years. And this Watcher sees souls. What help could you be? Besides, I have need of you here. You owe whatever remains of your wicked life to me.
A frown sours on his lips as he taps his chest with a crooked finger. The golem says nothing, but her essence smolders. Resentment rises from her in shimmering waves. She swivels her head to look at you. What's the story between you two?
This charming specimen is a convicted murderer. The Devil of Carrick, she's called.
Carrick. Okay.
Mighty fine of you to start with my good qualities, and you wonder why we don't get more visitors.
Killed over a dozen people before they finally caught up to her in Stalwart. Perfect company for lonely camps and mountain passes, no?
He nudges you, all the while grinning wickedly at the motionless golem.
Hey, I know how to start a campfire.
The only reason she's not a frozen corpse is because I convinced the old mayor to let me try an experiment.
You put a person's soul into a metal body? He leans back, raising his hands.
Into a work of art! Look at this! Craftsmanship worthy of a jeweler! Fully articulated joints, capable of grasping a pen and writing her own name.
And of crushing your throat.
Show me another smith anywhere in the Deerwood who is capable of such delicacy and precision.
It's clockwork.
She is a masterpiece.
Not smith work, come on. Why did you build her, though?
Why build a fortress, or a village, or anything? To make something that keeps, that... It was the early days of the legacy. My peers in the colleges of Animancy were filling the Hollowborn with the souls of animals.
So the legacy here, just as a reminder, it's the whole Hollowborn, the children being born without souls, and that's why they were filling them with souls of animals. And that went really badly. We've learned about this.
I thought there was a better way.
Yeah.
One with a Plum Academy job back in Salona. Don't forget that part.
He glares at her with narrowed eyes. Ack, says Palagina. Now we come to the truth. Reputation is everything in the Republics, and that reputation is built on success. What is she meaning by that? Anyway, why is she called the Devil of Carrick?
She committed her first crime in the village of Carrick. Burned a family alive in their home. Did the same thing in half a dozen other villages, but their name stuck.
So I take it your experiment didn't go so well over with the rest of the village.
Here we go.
They were going to stone her anyway. Why not allow her to be put to some useful purpose?
My life's ambition. To serve somebody's useful purpose.
Better than no purpose at all, says Palagina.
I approached Mayor Sinehiod and begged. He saw the potential and allowed me the privilege of attempting my little experiment.
I don't know who Sinehiod is, and I don't know what village we're talking about over here. I don't think it's Stalwart, but it would make sense if it were. But we haven't heard of Sinehiod before.
Then I accomplished what few animancers have even dreamed of. No academic support, no patron. Just me in the middle of nowhere.
Now, we've learned before when we were reading about the animats, or the sort of constructs that were going around here, we've read about the unstable construct, that basically the only real successful example of a soul being put into an inanimate object, and this time it's not even an inanimate object, it's an actual animate object, it's an automaton, was the leader. I don't actually remember the name, the position, but basically it's the boss of the Animancers in Defiance Bay, the capital of this place, the Animancers being the people that mess with souls, and he's an Animancer, and he's doing that, so he's done even better. Now, in our keep, there's also a throne with a soul in it, that was put there, I believe, but I'm pretty sure it's actually from Adiran times, so 2,000 years ago or something.
Oh, now you got them all wound up.
What was that all about? So no academic support, no patron, just me in the middle of nowhere. Oh yeah, he's saying how good I am.
I transferred a fully intact soul from a living subject to a fabricated body. She retained her personalities, her memories, all of it. Yet the villagers saw only a stolen corpse.
Interesting that he actually stole the corpse and managed to transfer the soul after she died? Or not? Aren't you afraid she'll murder you?
She may be mad, but she's no fool. She wouldn't survive long on her own. If the villagers didn't send a hunting party after her, the elements would claim her. Her joints and mechanisms require maintenance, and she cannot perform all of it herself.
See, he's reminding me. In case I get any bright ideas.
She's a terrible person, but she has such a funny way of talking. I really enjoy it. That's all I wanted to know. Thanks.
She's a fine specimen, her personality notwithstanding.
He waves one hand in a circular motion. Huh. The golem says nothing, but her essence smolders. Resentment rises from her in shimmering waves. She swivels her head to look at you. Yeah, I'd like her to travel with me.
Quay? No. You don't know what you ask.
Like Lycanthropos, welcome to the stream. How's it going?
This woman, the Devil of Carrick, she was a notorious murderer, burned people alive all over the region. Besides, she works for me. After all, I am the one who preserved her.
Let me parade her around town. It'll infuriate those villagers. You'll like that, wouldn't you? Wouldn't you?
So you get use of the Devil's services, and I get the satisfaction of knowing those stiffnecks are sweating through their small clothes, eh?
Oh, man. Really? That's the second time somebody on my stream got... Wait a minute. Was it on my stream? Well, there's a lot of pickpocketing going around. That sucks, man. Did you just lose money, or did you lose the documents as well? Pretty bad.
It's a deal.
Oh, we're taking her. Wait a minute, what's that about small clothes? So you get use of the devil's services, and I get the satisfaction of knowing those stiff-necked are sweating through their small clothes. Okay.
Fine price for a blacksmith striker. Suppose I should be flattered.
And there you have it, a bargain.
Fish, guts, and murder. For some reason, I didn't get that achievement before either. I think they've been adding achievements. Or maybe I wasn't playing online before, like with the Steam enabled or something like that. Anyway, we're not actually getting her on our team, and until later. It doesn't really matter. I think we can complete her quest without actually having her, so she's gonna stay there for a little while.
A moment. You are going back to Stalwart, yes? Perhaps you could do me a favor.
Okay, tell me about this.
There is a man in the village named Grinde, the head fisherman.
Oh, I remember him.
The rest of Stalwart kisses his feet because he fills their stinking blades with speckleback. But I know he's not as virtuous as he seems.
We talked to Grinda before, and he said he was proud of the people and he worked them hard, but he needed to and all that. Seems like you have a history with him.
That self-righteous meddler engineered my eviction from the village. He turned them all against me. Now I want him to feel the scorn of those mush-brained imbeciles.
What exactly do you want me to do to him?
Humiliate him, of course. Show his neighbors what he truly is, and let him live with the disgrace. He's always been a Ripple sponge addict. Just got good at hiding it once his sainted sister died and left him in charge of the fishery.
Ripple sponge is a thing that we get. It's actually a powder, from what I can tell, from what the icon looks like, and it's apparently a drug.
But he keeps a stash in the fishery, sneaks in at night when the others have gone home, and emerges sluggish and red-eyed a few hours later. I want you to expose him. Go to the fishery after dark when it's empty, find his Ripple sponge, and show it to Renengild.
I see.
Do not answer me now. But when you return to that festering eyesore and smell the stink of fish that hangs in the air, consider what I've said.
Let's see what we'll do about that.
Besides, you appreciate a good joke, don't you? De Verus, this will be a great one. But be sure to approach the fishery by night, when it's empty. They will give you no end of trouble if they see you stealing during the day.
Yeah, I suppose they will. So, in the night, we'll go into the fishery, which is actually interesting because I don't think we can get into we could get into the fishery during the night before. So only money. Well, that's good because having, like, I mean, depends on how much money you lost, of course, but having to go through all the crap of getting all your documents back. Although I suppose I don't know your age, so it might just suck flat out. Because if you just have the ID, then it's not too big of a deal. But if you have like passports and things, but yeah, it sucks, man. It sucks. I've had that happen to me as well. I try not to take it very to heart. I guess it's just money. Things can go really badly. And if it's just money, it's just money. Even though we need it. Yeah. So, I wanted to know more about the expeditioners who came to you before.
As would I, but there is little to tell. They never gave their names. But they seem to know more about the battery than the others, which is unusual because they did not seem like typical adventurers.
They were not. They were followers of Woodica, the queen that was, I believe. Woodica is the goddess of justice as well. So they were the ones that were talking about before, the Leaden Key that came in here and are trying to basically shut the battery down so nobody can get in. What for and why? I don't remember if I had that. Let's read the journal after we talk to him and see how that goes.
Their hands were smooth and marked with ink, not scars, and they traveled light. Unusually so. Something else? Quay.
So, what were those constructs I encountered in your workshop? He said that before, was his work.
Other projects, they are none of your concern.
Other projects, like the Devil of Carrick?
For years I've been trying to create another like the Devil of Carrick. Yet those post-Enagos in Stalwart destroyed my machinery. Now, I can only create these broken, mindless things. The devil remains my most perfect creation.
Wait, where have you found the souls to create the other golems?
Smugglers, slavers, fugitives, the kind of riffraff that pass this way. Rarely missed, and good work to keep my little devil busy.
Crap. Oh, boy. Well, at least he's killing nasty people. I guess smugglers aren't really nasty, but I suppose fugitives, it's just, yeah. So why do you need more golems?
I can't present the Devil of Carrick to the academies, can I? A mad woman and a murderer? No. I need to bring a success to the republics.
Wait a minute. Well, how is getting smugglers, slavers, and fugitives any better? Anyway, I've heard enough. Farewell. So we need to find a villager in Stalwart whose sole ancestor is a dwarf of Durgan's battery. That seems pretty simple. Let's look at our journal over here. And the journal that we saw. Edict of Arrest. Note from Azor. Geographical map. Letter. North. Things. North. One locating device. Tattered journal. Is that it? This yellow parchment? Nope. Gift bearer notebook. E-Gather's journal. Most of the few remaining pages are ruined. Wake up this morning and saw my toast turn blue. No, this is about the other thing. It's gotta be in here, but how am I gonna know? It's 2 pages worth of crap. Psalm of Woodica. Tattered note. Yeah, I don't remember. But basically, actually, there's a way. Oh, the one that got away. That's the Devil of Carrick's quest. There's a way. So if I go in here, I might be able to read. Matron Berrigan's clan has set up camp in ice caves near town. Renengild believes that Berrigan killed the previous expedition. Oh yeah, that's right. We didn't actually find. They were dead because Berrigan killed them. But Berrigan, the leader of the ogres, she gave us a. She gave us the journal, and that's the thing. If they found anything, Galvino, my task. Does it? It actually doesn't say little of the. Yeah, it doesn't say anything about that, which is kind of a shame. But I'm pretty sure. I mean, we talked about this before about what the Leaden Key was trying to do. Just a little detail, really. Just kind of felt like refreshing my mind from that. Yeah. The documents is getting your documents stolen is just the worst because you spend a lot of money and it's not worth for anybody. And Actually, the problem is it might be worth for somebody because identity theft is a real thing. And the best case scenario is that they throw the documents away. You always keep your hands where your wallet is. Yeah, that works. You can also there's other ways of getting pickpocketed though. I suppose it's not pickpocketed though, but there's scams. There's assault, like mugged and things like that. I suppose it's all same thing. It's all basically getting robbed. It's been it happened to me like 2 or 3 times, I guess. Nah, just 2. Really, just only 2, which is nice. Fortunately, didn't lose too much. But we're going back to Stoward. So we have explored all of this, and we have Durgan's battery over there. I wonder if there's a passage out. There is a passage over there. So let's get back to Stoward. No, not Deerwood. Stoward over there, 8 hours. So we have a couple of... Oh, we have a lot of things to do here. Excuse the burp. And if I remember correctly, I know who it is that we need to get that has a soul of a dwarf. At first I thought it might have been only dwarves, and I don't know if it is only dwarves that we have there. Because it might be, it might not be. But we'll see how that goes. Let's see, that's one of those, okay. But I'm just gonna go everywhere. We have Tenna's house, and if I remember correctly, Tenna is one of those people that we can basically read into. And I think we need to activate the little thingy. So we activate that and then deal with things. So we have that 100 per encounter. Oh, it's not 100 charges. Okay, that's pretty good. So let's put that over there and that over there. Now let's go in here, have a chat with Tenna. Actually, well, just say hi.
Got to speak up? My hearing ain't what it was.
I can read her soul. You feel her essence humming and buzzing. Another personality and a set of memories lies dormant within her soul, convulsing as if in fitful sleep. The contours of that dormant soul are sharp, ragged. As you reach out for it, it seizes you violently. You are standing in a darkened fest hall. Sturdy tables and benches. This is important because she actually has the soul of a dwarf from Durgan's battery. So we're gonna see their memories. Sturdy tables and benches have been stacked against the door in the far end of the room. You know it won't be enough. So they're barricading themselves. A few dozen other dwarves from your tunneling crew wait with you, shovels and pickaxes in their shaking hands.
Zenove, please. If we go now, we can get behind the barricade. We won't do any good here.
So Zenova here is the soul that we're reading. And this is a man that turned to her. Or I suppose him, I don't know. He's right, and you hear agreement in the quiet murmur of the others. But Arms Warden Maroon, which we have heard of before, it's one of the 2 leaders that we have heard of, ordered you to hold your ground here. Yet in those rising whispers you hear the opening bars of mutiny. You've never tolerated insubordination from your crew, and you aren't about to start. So you heft your pickaxe and swing it into the man's skull. He collapses, and the others fall silent. The acrid odor of urine rises from his body. Yeah, insubordination, huh? If we go now, we can get behind the barricade.
We're gonna go down fighting. Anyone who feels differently can settle it with me right now.
That's a Nove right there. Your voice is hoarse from hours of shouting orders, but no one else moves. They cast their eyes down in the flickering torchlight. Something thuds against the door. The others raise their weapons, picks, shovels, and a few swords, but they don't dare flinch. Your own pulse pounds at your temples. You pull back from Tenna's soul, but you feel Zenova's wrath and ferocity tugging at you still. Her essence thrashes, lashing out at an unseen enemy. Zenova is powerful, but dangerous too. Her fury has anchored her to old and threatening memories. You consider that there may be others you could awaken. Indeed. So let's not awaken her. Sorry, Tenna. I'll see you later. Have a nice evening. And also, she's old, which is interesting. That might actually play a role. That might be a thing. Dog Days, welcome to the stream. How's it going? You had a break-in. Oh, that's nasty. I never had a break-in, fortunately. It's not a very breaking-in-y area where I live, fortunately, but yeah, it sucks. I know people who had break-ins. That's how you handle employee discontent. a pickaxe to the head. That makes sense. Let's see. We have villagers. No, none of these guys actually matter. Let's go around. Then we need to go Ren and Gills anyway. Oh, it's nighttime, which is great, because we're gonna go in there, into the fishery. Got a villager over here, and another villager and villagers. Don't really need to talk to anybody. Let me just make sure. Actually, I need to rest. I need to go into the bar pretty soon. Into Graves Rest, that's the name of the inn around here. So we were given a quest to by Galvino, the crazy man, to humiliate the head of the fishery, who apparently was responsible, or at least coordinated his ousting from this village. So that kind of that explains that where Galvino was, and also explains that the Devil of Carrick came from here. And that's his stash. No, Arthur's bracelet. What's that? This bracelet is comprised of many small interwoven beads and is held together by a fine silver clasp. Together, the beads form a stylized image of mountain peaks. Nice. You reach into the barrel and find a bracelet. That's his sister, I suppose. His sister's, because she died. A thick aura of essence clings to it, fresh with memory. You feel yourself drawn into it. In the memory, you stride into the fishery. The floors are swept clean, but the wood is still splotched with snowmelt and fish guts. A man hunkers in the corner, his head nodding forward as if in sleep. He looks up drowsily as you approach. It's Grinda, the boss of the fishery. His face is youthful but sallow, and his hair hangs in stringy locks. You feel a pang of anger and pity at your brother's debauchery. Yeah, it's his sister.
Arda.
His voice is little more than a croak.
It's past midnight.
Your throat feels tight. Grinda wipes at his nose, then examines the mingled blood and powder on the back of his hand. He shrugs. Your fingers clench around coarse, thick fabric, your father's best wool cloak tucked under your arm.
Go! To raid Ceres, or Defiance Bay, or fucking Air Glonfoth, I don't care!
You hurl it at the Ingrid huddled on the floor. He picks up the cloak and looks at it with the same sort of dull wonder. He wipes his nose on the lining. A sudden rush of fury leaves your limbs weak and raw.
I'll tell them. Mayor Sina healed. The neighbors, everyone.
You force the words through your teeth.
But what?
He mumbles, churning his words from a morass of snot and saliva. Ah, that's nasty.
The stealing. You think I haven't noticed the money missing from the fishery coffers? Or heard Tana talk about losing a golden duke?
The golden duke, that's the money. You whisper, afraid even now that someone will overhear you, and the words scorch your throat.
You can't be found when there's work to do, but every time those merchant wagons roll into town, you've got coin enough for a few bags of ripple sponge.
No, it's not.
He rubs his red-rimmed eyes. Your own grow warm and blurry.
Stalwart tolerates your sponge habit, but they won't abide your thieving.
You touch your bracelet, a gift from Mother, plucking at the beads.
You won't.
He rises, steadier on his feet than you would have thought.
I will.
You stride forward towards him. I wouldn't have shamed Mother and Father while they was leaving, but I won't let this keep up, she says. Her anger swallows the last of your pity. Anger at him for putting you in this position, for doubting your resolve, for failing to see. You're close enough to smell his stale, sour breath when he pushes you. You fall, watching his widening eyes and the ceiling spinning into your vision. Isn't this just like him? Grinda, with his fool tantrums, never thinking of anybody but himself, and now you're going to be nursing a headache for a week. Just goes to show you can't help some people, but you remember him too. Oh, that's interesting. Oh, that's really cool. Unfortunately, I wasn't reading it properly, but that's really cool. Isn't this just like him? Grinda with his full tantrums, never thinking of anybody but himself, and now you're going to be nursing a headache for a week. Just goes to show you can't help some people, but you remember him too, your baby brother running through the snow, sleeping, falling on ice, and you're sleeping, falling, and there's a table behind you about it shouldn't. The memory ends abruptly, jolting you back into the present, with your heart hammering and your palms sweating. So that was the representation, oh boy. That was the prosaic representation of your life passing before your eyes. And that's why it was cool. The fishery door creaks open, and in walks Grinda, staring at you and the bracelet in surprise and outrage. His face drains of color.
You take shelter in our village and then ransack it like a common thief? You'd better explain yourself.
His voice shakes, as do his wide, squared shoulders. You're the one with explaining to do here.
What's that supposed to mean?
You killed your sister, Arda, right here in this room. He opens his mouth to reply, but the words catch in his throat. The guard next to him stares at the bracelet, recognition turning to horror. Zahua's jaw hangs, awestruck. Such a brilliant shade of agony. Yeah, he just loves pain. He's the weird guy. What fortune we are blessed with today. Quickly, what can we do to sharpen the pain? Shut up, Zahua, you're a terrible person.
It was an accident. I was a failure and a wretch then. But I never would have killed anyone. Least of all my own kin.
He turns his gaze down, offering his apology to his own clenched fists. How can you expect me to believe something like that?
I gave her body to the lake. But I kept her bracelet. To remember the cost of my own weakness.
He loosens his hands and stares at the emptiness in his leathery palms.
I ain't asking for forgiveness. I know I don't deserve any. My penance is my work on behalf of the village. And they need it, truly. You've seen the shape this place is in. Have mercy on Stalwart, if not on me. Let me do the work Arda would have done. That's my debt to Stalwart, and the only fitting way to honor my sister.
I remember I had resolve, I think, when I did a Let's Play. In a situation like this, it's very difficult to know what's gonna happen. But I mean... There's not a whole lot of options here because we just don't have more things. I can bring my perception up to get that one. So, let's actually try that. At least I hope I can bring my perception up. So let's load the autosave there and do that again. Because I want my perception. And maybe my resolve... I don't think my resolve... Actually, how is my perception... What? Oh, okay. Yeah, so I needed 16 resolve and I needed 1 perception. And I think I have some stuff that adds perception. Not in terms of... Well, yeah, in terms of items, I suppose. So let's see. What is my perception right now? Perception is base. Spider fingers there from Durance. So Durance has these things. And you're gonna get them. To get that option.
Certainly.
So we have a bunch of daggers and things over here. And we have a bunch of oil. So that's not anything. Just things. And then we have that. So we just go through the memory. And we get assaulted. And then...
You take shelter in our village and then ransack it like a cop. What's that supposed to mean? It was an accident.
This.
I gave her back. Let me do the work Arda would have done.
There it is.
That's my debt to Stalwart, and the only fitting way to honor my sister.
That's a very compassionate take, actually. But I guess I don't want to do any of the other ones. The resolve there might have been interesting. I think that's what I had on my Let's Play. I think I had a lot of resolve in that. Maybe I didn't. I'm gonna go with this one. Look at yourself. Keeping this secret has taken its toll on you. Do you really want to feel this way?
Kept thinking I could get by this way. But I guess you're right. It's time they knew the truth about me.
Well, let's see what they do. At least I kind of did what Galvino had told me, although it might not have, it probably didn't work exactly or at all as Galvino wanted it to. So Galvino wanted me to expose him as a drug addict, basically. And Brasswick has returned with that quest done. The cross tie. What was it all about? The Erglanfaths. Remember Stone War, which was before, like, 200 years ago. Bowing Ashes stands a towering Adra statue entwined with living tree. In recent years, rumors have spread that the Eastern Reach, that a new owner of the eye has been attempting to sell it. Oh yeah, there was an eye of a statue that it basically disappeared, and I was meant to go and find it as a gem. It took extensive searching and inquiry across 3 countries, but Brasswick eventually picked up the trail of the stolen Adraban eye. Adraban, I believe, is a mixture of copper and Adra or something like that. Following the Broken Stone War, the Amawa thief traveled south to Abbott, then on to Nasitak, which is actually, Nasitak is where, not Nagisa, our dwarf ranger is from. Among the Boreal Dwarves, which she is part of, the thief found a wealthy buyer and chief of a prosperous tribe. A generation later, the tribe fell on hard times and was raided both by Deadfire Archipelago pirates, yay, Pillars of Eternity 2, and Pale Elves from the White That Wends, which is to the west of the archipelago, if I remember correctly. The Pale Elves sold the stolen eye to merchants from Old Valia, who took it north to the Prince of Darkozi. It remained there for 2 generations. When Darkozi Palace was sacked, one of the invading soldiers took the eye as a prize, carrying it across the sea to Odzia in the Valian Republics. It was still there when Brasswick arrived, though the wealthy patriarch who owned the eye demanded a hefty sum. The Glanfathan Anamfatha, which are the bosses of Glanfath, did not hesitate to pay the price. And I got a bunch of experience, money, and I had a crossed patch over there. Minus accuracy, immunity to blinded though, and extra damage versus flanked, which is sort of interesting, but not really too great. So there we go. Completed that quest. Just completing quests. Lovely. Okay, so we have done that. Also, make sure I have everything. Indeed. So let's keep going. See you later, Ilagi. Thank you for coming. That's that. You guys are talking about other things. So I am going back to, yeah, we're still trying to figure out who has a soul so we can get the Kantak. So the passcode basically for Durgan's battery. Who knew it would be that simple? Oh, I didn't pick that up.
Step lightly.
Get it. Barret spell. Well, that's good. I wonder what the description is for Barret spell. But I'm not going to read into it. So there is a hunter out here, I believe, that... no, not here. Over there. Because we have been here already. Let's go into Berengild's house, or Beregun's or something. I did a good job sneaking up on that plant. I'm very good. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. You're very kind. Renningild, that's her name, and we have Ulrich, her son. She's the mayor, and we're gonna have a chat with her about things. I don't remember exactly what things that is, but let's find out.
You've been busy since we last spoke. I want to thank you for what you've been doing for Stalwart.
Don't need to thank me. I don't need your thanks. But look at that. I'm just nice. Let's examine her soul. Your awareness settles beneath Reningild's skin. You feel yourself looking through her eyes upon a time-faded memory. You're standing in the inn. The room is stifling, but it's the body heat of so many furious villagers, not the neglected fire pit that's drawn sweat from your pores. Your husband waits by the door, about as far as he can get from the assembly. He holds Ulrich, whose cheeks are bright as he watches the adults bicker with wide, fearful eyes. You never realized how badly your neighbors stank, but something rank and repulsive rises from them as they pack together in this room.
How much did the old snake pay you, Sinahiod?
Wait, what? That guy's not called Ulrich. He's called Ulfric. Man, why do they do this? That's interesting. So Sinahiod, we have learned before, because we were talking to Galvino, and he's an old guy. She's not that old, but she's old. I don't know if she's her mother, but Sinahiod was the mayor, and we're actually seeing the memories of somebody that died, somebody who had her soul, because souls get reborn into different bodies, and her husband had a son called Ulrich, which might be her father, actually. So, something like that. Although, that would make Galvino really old. But anyway, it's Green Day. Green Day? Green Day. No, that's not right. You feel yourself looking through her eyes upon a time-faded memory. Yeah, okay, I'm misinterpreting this. So, basically, this is her memory. And her name is Sinahiod Renningild, or the other way around, depending on whether or not, well, like, what comes first and not. Okay, so that's her. So this is a memory from her, and Ulrich is not Ulfric, it's Ulrich, and that's her son, and she's looking at her husband, I would say. Yeah, husband right there. How much did the old snake pay you, Sinahiod? It's Green Day, who we have talked about, or talked with right now. And actually, whose consequence, we didn't see any consequences, but we'll see. The head fisherman, jabbing a furious finger toward the back of the room. Sinahiod, your erstwhile mayor. No, wait a minute. He's not talking to her. That's what confused me. Okay, so it's the mayor. Squirms in a corner, pinned by the accusing stares of the entire village. Oh, those eyes. They're cruel, porcine eyes. They're watching Sinahiod with a dumb gluttony of hogs staring at at father. Why? Porcine means like pig-like. It comes from pork, or I guess pork comes from that. The only sight that turns your stomach more is Sinahiod's himself, trying to wriggle free of his own lies.
Maestro Galvino and I came to an agreement. It was for the good of Stalwart. I thought...
Yeah, he's talking about Devil of Karak's disappearance, or actually disappearance being used by Galvino as an experiment. And we saw that before, and yeah, they didn't like that.
You thought you'd let a killer walk among us?
Cries of fierce agreement rise from the others. What began as a collective grumbling is swelling and congealing like storm clouds. You look back at your husband, he's whispering to Ulrich, but when you catch his eye, he directs a silent supplication to you.
Let's go.
A wet smack draws your attention back to the other end of the room. Someone's thrown a potato. Don't throw potatoes. And Sinahiod cringes and rubs his jaw. You want to shout at them all for this nonsense and waste, but you know this is about to get worse. Stalwart will have blood, and Galvino and his horror had the sense to flee already. You turn again, and your husband is beckoning you with swift chopping motions, but what stops your breath is Ulrich. His little eyes are fixed on the churning mob, and you knew ever since you started hearing about those hideous purges that he'd see something like this one day. But did it have to be so soon? It's what drove the devil woman to madness, and now his little eyes have gotten big enough to swallow the whole scene, and now he's seeing you as part of it. So here, there's two things that I'm just gonna remind you of. The devil woman is the killer that Galvino took to put inside the machine, or her soul anyway. The purges is what drove her to be a mad woman. So that's actually her quest. Is getting to terms with that, with her memories. It's just about memories, that's her quest, which we might not do in this playthrough, but we'll see about that. But if we don't do that, that's what it is. She's a very peculiar character, and she is a murderer. Cold-blooded murderer as well. Interesting take on that type of character. You want to leave now, but if you do, this is what your boy will remember: cowardice and madness. She's also really crazy. He's at his father's arms. How much do you think he'll remember? Anyway, might be unreliable narrator over here. About people, about Stalwart, about you. The people around you jostle and bark in their rage. They're dangerous animals, but animals nonetheless. They just need to be led. So you push your way to the end of the room where Sinehio trembles in a puddle of his own piss.
Enough!
Your voice boils up from your throat, and the others fall silent, watching you. They listen, dumbly trusting, as you turn Sinehio's death sentence into an exile. No one contradicts you when you explain that he's going to march out of this village alone and into whatever miserable hamlet will have him. They silently agree when you explain that their hands are too clean for the likes of him. But there's something else forming behind their eyes, a kernel of trust and dependence. You feel it curdling around you, encasing you like a pearl does sand. You only wanted to spare Sinehio's life, not volunteer for his job. But you see so much fear simmering just beneath their expressions. Fear as godmen marching through the mountains, as dear Woodens and their purges. The purges being the fact that they killed the followers of Eothas. That's what drove the Devil of Karak to madness. Dying the slow and lonely death of a ghost town. Which is the problem of Stalwart right now. And you see their grateful reassurance mirrored in Uldric's expression, her son. Perhaps this place is hopeless, but you realize that you can't leave it any more than you could leave your boy. The only person who isn't looking at you is your husband. He's shaking his head, his eyes on the door. You retreat from Renengil's memory, vivid though it is. It has nothing to do with Durgan's battery.
What's on your mind?
Your mind, apparently. Hey, Uldric.
Something else you need?
Yeah, I'm gonna read your soul, man. Oh, boy. You reached for Uldric's essence and find yourself staring at a fence post lying in a filthy slush of frozen mud. Snow gathers around your legs and trickles into your boots. A wind nips at you even through layers of furs. You hold a wood chisel in one numb hand and a mallet in the other. Kneeling over the fence post, you get to work. Is this his memory or not? Or is his soul's memory? Hour after hour, you hammer away, feeling the tools grow heavy in your grip as your breath fogs your vision. You want to do better work than this. You can do better work than this. But no one's building new houses in Stalwart. The last table you crafted was put into the fishery, and pike entrails now trace the fine dovetail joints you so lovingly carved. Now you mend the stockade, because that's what's needed. I think we're actually seeing his memory, which is interesting because that's not actually how it usually goes. But it might be sort of a mixture, what a watcher does. He's seeing memories of people rather than the memories of the souls, of past lives and stuff like that. So yeah, he's a carpenter, and that's his memories. That's what he's doing right now. The chisel slips, skidding alongside your hand. You gasp, but you hold up your hand and see, much to your relief, all 5 fingers wiggling back at you. You need to get out of this town. You pull back from Uldric's soul. He's still staring into the fire, seemingly lost in his own memories too. Yeah, he doesn't like this place. And it's interesting, I don't know how that would work actually, because if you were working with numb hands from the cold, the wall wiggling back at you thing, because you can't actually feel your fingers, just see them move. That's all that really matters. Watchers see the memories of the love we once had. Says to
Wow.
Days.
So it doesn't even bother you that most of your people died.
Then Alpaska learned to embrace death.
We've heard this
And the
5
remaining few
million
were
times.
enslaved?
As long as the spirit is free, bonds of the flesh do us no harm.
You've got to tell me how you do it.
I will show you. Come, let us find a mass grave to sleep in.
There you go. Okay, Rayfold.
Hey there. Let me know if you need anything.
I thought you were cured. You mean you always look like that?
Yes, fine. Haha. I'm doing much better, actually, and Everything seems to be working like it ought to, so thanks. Take care.
I guess.
Hey there. Let me know if you need anything.
I'm gonna read your soul. It's not him. The snowy path peels away, and the brisk air gives you the acrid stench of smoke. A dark cloud billows up from the remnants of a burning house, and at the far edge of a rocky field, you are low to the ground, held in place, and above you, the wind tugs embers back and forth like firebugs. This might be the purges.
Not so brave now, are you?
That's his voice. The vision in your left eye is clouded, such that the figure standing over you is a collection of rough smears of black cast in silhouette by the fire. So he's just being beaten. A dark shape swings towards your face, and well, that's his feet, I suppose, or his foot. And the subsequent burst of agony jars you out of the memory and back into your own
What?
skin.
Did I spill something on myself?
He looks down at his clothing. Sorry, man. You got kicked in the face. Hey, Tildor, I think I have a quest for you. Oh yeah, Mesla, that we found in next to Durgan's battery. I'm still looking for someone to take care. Yeah, I killed it. Kind of ironic, isn't it? What? She went around killing people for Bareth, but in the end, that's what... Nah, never mind. Just take the bounty. What, that doesn't... Yeah, I don't really know. But yeah, it's good. Just getting money and experience. I've heard some new reports of dangerous folk around. Perhaps you'd be interested. Oh yeah. That'd be the Disciples of the True Flame and the Old Dunreed Hunting Lodge. Okay, tell me about the True Flame. I didn't know what to make of this one, but word is it's a group of dragon cultists. So followers of the goddess of the sky. I don't remember her name, though. It's not Ondra, that's the ocean. I don't remember the name. Pelagina likes her, though, because she's a Havian godlike. I know it sounds bizarre, I didn't believe it myself, but I heard they're torched an outpost north of Maiden Falls for clearing a nest of worms, they said. Oh, wait a minute, what? Oh, dragon cultists, they don't like worms? Really? Sure. Just last I heard, they'd made camp near Longwatch Falls. They shouldn't be hard to spot. Okay, what's the old Dunreed Hunting Lodge, then? Adurans with too much time and money. Adurans are from the Adurian Empire. They travel around hunting monsters for sport, but they leave a mess of wrecked property and dead bodies, people, in their wake. They've been charged with murder and general mischief in Defiance Bay, New Heomar, and a dozen other towns in between. Someone saw them hunting in Russet Wood, so you might look for them there. Actually, let's do that. So we have a couple of things there. That's pretty good. I can't read your soul, though, interestingly enough. Let's have a nap. You mean you can't buy AKs anymore? Harry? Ooh, oh, that's fine. The goddess... Oh, Hylia, that's right. And there's a bard singing, "The sea beheld her love, shining bright from on high." Now, those are lyrical sentences right there. She bade him come down. See? Very lyrical. Let's see what the last one is. From his palace in the sky. See? That's beautiful. That's nice. That's proper. If you have the word "because" in your lyrics, you're doing it wrong. Don't have the word "because" in your lyrics. Now we're
back to warm your hands, eh? What can I do for you?
I'm back to read your soul, mister. You see a room dark and damp, a cellar. It looks like part of the inn rather than an old fortress. So it's his memory, not the dwarves that we're looking for. Through Havrik's eyes, you admires rows of gleaming bottles, recently dusted and polished. As you step back from the shelves, you look on with satisfaction at a pressure plate concealed in the stone floor.
You all right? I won't serve you if you're already drunk, you know.
I would like just a room, thank you.
Top quality bear pelts on every bed.
And there's the soundtrack. You should look it up. Look up the soundtrack. It's good. Also follow Justin Bell in on Twitch. Sorry, not on Twitch, on Twitter, because he does a few things, and he's also a nice person. I say as basically he's a nice guy because he's a nice guy. So let's see, Golden Whale. Let's sleep there. A little bit like a rich person, and there we go. It's daytime, so there will be people around. And I'm not gonna explore the inn because the inn is actually where we have the soul that we need to get. I just want to read the rest of the stuff. So the beginning of Monster Hunter, yeah, kind of reminded me of that. Only handguns, shotguns, and hunting rifles, no assault weapons. Yeah, I know. Here in Portugal, basically, you can buy anything, except it can't be fully automatic, and it can't have clips with more than 4 bullets, I believe. So it doesn't matter what it is, it can't have more than 4. pistols, anything. So it modified if you want to buy like special things. You're going to write a song named because I can. Oh, you're going. Huh. Well, smart lyrics don't need to be you know, if you're writing a lyrics, and if it's smart, it doesn't need to follow the rules, as it were. But if you want to go for a more traditional sort of thing, like a normal song, then yeah, just don't put the word smart. Don't put the word because in there. The reason for that, it's actually, this is just my opinion, of course, mind you. It's art. I mean, you do whatever. So I have a reason for that, though, and I can put it to words. It comes from a guttural place, the fact that I don't like the word because in lyrics. But the reason why that is because when you're writing lyrics, there's not a whole lot of space to put things in there. So it's like a movie. If you're making a movie, you're not gonna want to have like 15 minutes of nothing in the middle, because you want to use up your time. And you want to respect the person that's watching, and want to respect their time, I should say. And in the lyrics is basically the same thing. Not so much in the respecting of time, because you're actually filling up time with the lyrics, because it's a song and all that. But more in the sense that you don't have much time. It's generally you have what 5, 6 like bits of song. And if that, there's some songs that have less. So what happens a lot of the time when you have a song is that it's cryptic. You don't put the because you imply the because. Like, for example, this morning I put on a jacket because it was cold. So if I put this into a song, I can make it sound interesting. Like I use figures of speech like inversions and all, like anastrophe, actually, that's the correct term for it, but like mixing around the things. But I'm not going to use the word because I just like putting one sentence after the other. Like, this morning I put on a this morning I put on a coat. It was cold outside. If I do this, the because is implied, and it forces the listener or the reader to engage with the lyrics, and that's just proper lyric writing. So if you're putting the word because, what happens is, it's very obvious that you're putting the word because of timing, and you don't know what to write. And that's what usually happens. Sometimes it's worth it, and especially if you're writing a smart song, as like an interesting lyrics that has just, it's on a theme and just sort of funny or witty or just trying to be original. Now that you can do whatever, because there's songs that, like, it's actually a sort of a tropey thing, but there's lyrics that don't make any sense. And you just put word after another, and you're playing with words, and you have famous songs like Black Hole Sun, yeah, Black Hole Sun from Soundgarden, which is one of my favorite songs from Soundgarden. Black Hole Sun does make sense. The words, it has a flow, it has a play with it, but it's just what's known as word vomit. And the Japanese do that a lot because they just put in a lot of, if you listen to J-pop and K-pop as well, just put in like foreign words, and just, it doesn't mean anything, but it sounds nice, and that's what matters. So that is okay. I don't have anything against that. But if you're making a serious lyrics, if you're taking it seriously, then putting in a because, it's usually a sign that you don't know what to write, and that's bad. So there we go. That's my rant about the because. Lovely soundtrack indeed, Bruno. It's amazing. Absolutely amazing. Oh, I know, Jung. We need to be educated about assault weapons. It's not assault weapons. I know. You told me that before, and I should look into that, actually. The difference between all of that. Oh yeah, Bruno. In dialogue, in spoken dialogue, we say the word because a lot. It's very important. Like, you can't, like, it's very important because it helps understanding. You know what I mean? So if I didn't say the word because, if I removed it, you'd still be able to understand what I'm talking about. But the word but, it's another example. It's the and the word and. It's the way you join different thoughts makes it easier for you to understand what somebody else is talking about. But in the lyrics, that's not necessary. So filling up, and because the time is precious and space is precious in the lyrics, filling it up with things that make people understand it better in a more prosaic manner it's not necessary, because you actually want the opposite. You want people to sort of, you want your lyrics to have layers in a general sense, even though sometimes I mean, there's lyrics for everything, and sometimes it works very well. But it's just my opinion. Let's have a chat here with
I
Ista.
hope you've had some luck, and do take care with that device. It has a few rather delicate components.
So the soundtrack is blaring right now, but Ista asked us, we have done a request already, she asked us to go and find some ore for her. I don't remember what ore it was. She gave us a device. She actually named it the device when she gave the device to us. It's kind of funny that she calls it a device, because we don't use the word device in our normal language, only in fiction, because we can't come up with organic names. We don't say an iPad device, we say an iPad. But for somebody that doesn't know what an iPad is, you might say an iPad device. That's why fantasy uses the word device, and science fiction as well. But that's weird. It's kind of sort of jarring. Another word that I have a bone to pick with. My god, I'm terrible. Yeah, I didn't find any ores, though. I found... I don't remember what I found.
What? So it works? What a day! But why these gems? I didn't think the device would be able to pick up inert Adra. Fascinating.
That's right. I found Adra shards. That's right, a bunch of them as well. And she took the device. Let's see what she does with the Adra shards.
I have to study this further. But all the same, it worked! At last! A breakthrough! With that Adra to work from, I can refine the enchantments. We'll be digging up iron, gold, Adra, all of it.
Sure, happy to help. I don't really care for the money.
This is going to change everything.
There it
Oh,
is.
and I won't leave you empty-handed, of course. Here, I had this set aside for supplies, but I don't think I'll be staying in Stalwart much longer.
800 copper.
I won't forget all you've done for me. They'll hear about this back home, I promise you. Who knows? Perhaps they'll name the next battery after you.
So there we go. And the battery she's talking about is actually a fortress. Their battery, I think they call it battery. I don't think it is a historical name that is used, but they call it a battery because it's got cannons in it. But that's not how, I don't think that's how it would work. Let's see, although cannons are very good defensive weapons and would be used in a battery. Let's see, tax collected. I lost very little to bandits. Everything is going well. I'm not losing too much money to bandits. It's fantastic. Let's go into here and let's have a chat with the guy. Ista is nice. Pat her on the head for me. I would pat her on the head if she was my friend, but since I don't know her very well, I wouldn't. I don't actually know if that might be a sensitive subject there with the Orleans. She's nice though. I really like her voice. Although it is obvious the voice actress... Oh, this is Andra's place. It's obvious the voice actress is actually putting on a show there. She's putting on... She does a very good job, though. Sometimes it's very, like, unnatural. But that one is just... It's some people are like that. Some people have this sort of voice. I suppose I do that as well. Can you guys tell that I'm... How should I put it? So... Like, what I'm saying, the way I'm talking right now, I don't do that. Nobody does that. Nobody talks like I am. Like I'm talking right now. It's not because I'm acting, because I'm not consciously acting. And it's more to do with the tone of voice and maybe it's not the projection of the voice, because I'm projecting the voice a little bit. Not too much. There's better ways to do that with a microphone. It's what's known as radio voice. Well, actually, it's not that's not what's known as radio voice at all. Let's go over here to, I don't know, Thursh, I believe is his name. But yeah, it's like I'm talking in a way that I wouldn't talk if I were face to face with somebody, and I'm talking in a way that I can talk at because I'm alone, because nobody's talking back at me, and voice actors fall into that. Into that little bit of a trap. So it sounds unnatural. But my speech doesn't, I don't think it's a fortified emplacement of heavy guns. Thank you, Young. That is what a battery is. But what I mean is, I don't know if it was used historically, as in medieval times. Isn't battery collected for cannons? Might be, Bruno. A long time ago, my sister's grandfather walked into an elevator and saw a dwarf. He picked her up at her. Aw. That's really nasty, though. Although I can't fault your grandfather for that. It's a long time ago. I'm sure that's not okay. I'm sorry, Octavius. I'm sure your grandfather didn't mean anything by that, though. Your sister's grandfather, not yours. Wait a minute, what? Oh yeah, that's nicely spotted, Young. Let's see. It might be a half sister.
Welcome. Have a seat by the fire if the cold's gotten into your bones.
So this guy over here, he's a hunter, if I remember correctly. I'm gonna read his soul. Thirst's soul is vibrant. He's also a dwarf, so that's nice. Stolid thing. A vibrant stolid. Stolid? Sure. I suppose it's solid, but no, it wouldn't be solid because it's a vibrant thing, so it's not a solid. And as you reach out for it with your senses, you see your breath begin to fog in the air. You find yourself far above the ground, wedged into the juncture of two branches. The moonlight is bright upon the snow, and in the distance, your quarry steps out onto the ice, as if onto an illuminated stage. And that's his memory, most likely, because I believe he's a hunter. You steal your breath and draw back an arrow. Warmth bleeds back into your limbs, frost and snow giving way to the smoky interior of Thirsa's home.
Welcome.
Thank you. That's just a memory of him hunting. His quarry there. I like the usage of quarry as your objective, because that's weird. It's not really your objective though. It's the quarry. It's how it's used. That's an interesting way of using that word. I've known it to be used like that for a while though. So we've got a couple of hunters over here. Hi guys. You can be sure the village knows what you've done for us, she says. Well, I'm sure they do. And look at those rackets over there. Those are... Oh, that guy's freezing in the snow, though. I don't know who's in there. But those are... snow shoes, I think. You know... Oh, I know who to awaken. Don't worry. I'm not even using the trinket. Oh, you're adopted. That explains it. There you go. That also... so it's not even a half-sister. I suppose it's a... What's the name? It's a... surrogate sister? No, that doesn't sound right. Oh, you're speaking in Portuguese. You're thinking in Portuguese. It works the same. It's the same word. We got Farah over here.
You look like you've been in the wilds. You see my wagon out there?
I did, Farah. It's all broken up. There were nasty people that wanted to drink blood.
You've saved my hide. I can't thank you enough. But I hope you'll take this.
Sure.
Here, as promised. Thanks again. With a little luck, I'll trade these blizzards in for a sea breeze soon enough.
Yeah, you go. You do that. A good haul completed. And hopefully leveling up as well. How far away must we be from leveling up? Yeah, sort of a lot, actually. So these guys... so let's read their souls. A handful... Oh, that's from Andred. And I was talking to Andred. A handful of memories dart across your mind like startled fish. Leaving indistinct images and sounds in their wake, for a moment you are overwhelmed until one particular recollection tugs at your senses with stubborn force. You or Andred, or both, kneel on a stone floor held between two men. The man pacing in front of you wears the armor of a crucible knight, and you feel Andred's half-hearted contempt for him as if it were your own. You feel Andred's triumph, too, when the knight comes just close enough for you to spit blood onto his boots. The memory slips away from you, and you find yourself back into your shoes. Yeah. What about birth ones? The whiff of salt and brine is in your nostrils before the room has even faded. The ground heaves beneath your feet, and a spray of ocean water roars over the railing as the ship heels under the wind. The ship shudders violently, and you are thrown against the railing. In that moment, you find your gaze pulled to the pitching surface of the dark sea, and you see there an eye, broad as a shield, gazing back at you in turn. Now, we have a book. This is all in the Deadfire Archipelago. We have a book that tells of the terrible things that will happen to us in the Deadfire second game, the Pillars of Eternity 2 Deadfire. So that shield, that eye, broad as a shield, is going to happen, and that's going to be interesting. Found you goods. I don't know what that thingy means, but I know what you mean. Fear and fascination sweep through your mind even as your senses recede and the memory fades. Yeah, I wouldn't be very happy to see that thing though.
Oh, it's
Hi,
you.
Katie. Hi.
I'm so glad you came by. I hoped I'd have the chance to thank you properly.
I don't remember who you are.
They told me what happened. God's bless you, ma'am.
I remember who
owe you
she
my
is.
life.
Yeah, so we saved her. She wasn't here before, interestingly enough, but we saved her right at the beginning of this expansion. Her house was burning down, and I think I saved the guard on my Let's Play, but I saved her this time, which was great.
I know it was foolish of me to run in there, but this ring is all that I have of my family.
She gave me the ring? No, she didn't. I wasn't thinking, she says. Oh, she was getting the ring, okay. How are you holding up?
Oh, I'm managing. Fenway's letting me stay with her until I'm back on my feet. Everyone's been lovely, really. It was hard seeing what's left of the house. But Rayvald says he's going to see a hut raised for me soon as they get the logs.
So what's so special about the ring, anyway?
Sentiment, mostly. When he first settled here, my grandfather had a ring fashioned from the first batch of ore he excavated. It was supposed to commemorate his fresh start. He passed it on to his daughter, and my mother gave it to me in turn.
Okay, farewell. And welcome on in, Cortex64. Welcome on in. How's it going? Well met, indeed. A battery in your battery got involved in a battery. Yes. I don't think it actually say involved in a battery. Is that how it goes? Because I know it has many meanings. For a long while, I didn't know what the song Battery by Metallica actually meant. Let's go downstairs, because there's somebody down there that I want to read the soul off as well. Worst thing that will happen is all your pets will get killed. Tiny Animate. Wait a minute, what? Why would you kill your pets? Don't kill your pets. The tiny Animate will die. Yes. Well, they're all in my bag anyway. It's not weird at all. Also, let me see if I can sneak in here. As long as I don't trigger any tab, I'll be okay. Ooh. Nice. Why didn't I steal all this stuff? The Great Western Stag. Don't take that stuff. Well, I didn't steal all this stuff because these guys see me. But I should have stolen that. Oh, there's more things over here. I'm an idiot. And news. Oh, the worst thing that will happen in that fire. Oh, okay. Then that explains what you were talking about. Oh, I get seen over here as well. Oh my god. Yeah, my robes are kind of... Oh, that's good. That's good. Kind of blocking the vision there. I'm really looking forward to April in general. Because in April, I will get a new microphone. I will get a sound interface, so I'll be finally able to connect my guitar to the computer. Which is going to be amazing. And I'm going to be able to just have a few jams with you guys. And hopefully not suck. Because I kind of suck. But it's good. As long as I get like drums to go along, I should be okay. Kind of sort of... I suck. But I suppose that's that. And I'll have a nice microphone that'll make me sound even better than I sound right now. Well, hopefully it will sound better. It's just not even better than I sound right now. So let's read your soul. For a moment, your senses are overwhelmed. There are fumbling hands at your belt. Oh, okay. And your own low laughter in your ears. Ugh. You shudder in your shoulder is jammed up against the cabinet, and it rattles every time Beertwen leans down to kiss you. Wait a minute, what? Oh, Beertwen. Oh, yeah. Okay, so I'm not. It's not the guy. The name's kind of mixing in my head. It's Tinlig that we're talking about. Yeah. I don't remember what CG is. There's a sedate pleasure to the memory, but nothing in it has much to do with the battery. Okay, well. We got down to business. Did Selenumbra... Who did Selenumbra... I think Selenumbra got down to business in the brothel, the Salty Mast, I believe it was, in Defiance Bay, with that tall, muscular dude, and also with that lovely lady upstairs. That was a big letdown, actually, that lovely lady. Very nondescriptable scene. We all... Yeah, I know, but curiosity sometimes is not really... satisfied with when you see things. Because I am not very good. I mean, I know how to play, and I can play live, and I can play songs, and I can compose and solo and shred a little bit, but it's just not... It's not necessarily worthy of admiration or much attention. So Aleph,
any
you're not
progress with Devala?
Oh. Devala. No, I don't. Not yet.
Ah, I'll wait here then.
Sorry, Aleph. What was that for? So... yeah. Oh! So this guy was being pursued by a slave hunter. Or whatever they're called. And they wanted him back. And apparently he sold himself to slavery. It's called indentured servant. Which means slavery. It's called indentured servant. She was very insistent that, you know, it's like slavery. No, it's not slavery. It's slavery. It's indentured. It's just same thing. Yeah, so I killed her because she basically attacked me. She also wanted to get me for her, I don't know, dungeon.
Any progress with Devala?
Yes, she's dead.
Oh, thank the gods. Every last one of them.
There's a lot of them.
I never thought I'd see this day. And thank you most of all. Here, take this. And tell Hafric that he can keep the rest of the week's fee. I'm off.
He's off. He was not the one. I know, I don't remember who it was, because I took a while to figure out who had the soul of the dwarf that knows the Cantac. You're trying to learn how to do chords. Well, that's a good starting point. The best way to learn that is on a classical guitar with nylon strings, because those are better for you. It's not going to train your fingers as well, because iron strings or steel strings are going to be better for that. But it's going to train your hand position better, and it's better, and then you can progress. Training them on an electric guitar might be tricky, depending on the size of your hands, of course. But you're Swedish, you probably have the hands of an angel, so yeah. Man, that song is beautiful. Yeah, it is. Very, very beautiful. You guys should really look up the soundtrack for this game. You guys really should. And while you're at it, for Tyranny as well. Justin Bell is just awesome. Tyranny has a fantastic soundtrack. It works better with the game than this soundtrack does. But this one is... It's a little bit more in your face, but it works very well as well. I think he learned a lot. So I'm really looking forward to Pillars of Eternity 2 soundtrack, which is still not done. Actually, I was mentioning before that you should follow Justin Bell's Twitter. He earlier today he posted a little snippet about of the orchestra recordings. It's got like 20 or 15 track or 20 or 30 tracks with all the strings and all that stuff. That I think it was just mostly strings that were being recorded there. So pretty cool. Pretty cool. Would it be harder? No, it would be easier, actually. Training on a classical guitar with the ones, you know, like a acoustic one, but it's not acoustic because there's difference with the names. With nylon strings, it's easier, so that's why it's better, because it allows... When it's hard... The thing about training the guitar, and sorry for this little off track, the thing about learning the guitar is that you really should focus on learning good habits. If you train, like if your hands are not in the right position, you're always going to be held back later on. And you can learn, you will learn just as easily with bad habits as you will learn with good habits. It doesn't change how fast you learn. If anything, bad habits will make you learn faster because you can just get beyond those bad habits easier. Because you're just going with whatever. But the problem is later on, and you are gonna get hamstrung, you're gonna get handicapped later on by bad habits like using your pinky for positioning your hand. That's bad. Floating hand. And I know it sucks, but it's amazing once you do it, and it's so much better, and you learn pretty fast anyway. But if you're used to using your pinky for your left hand, if you're, you know, left-handed, or I guess right-handed, so I say left, I mean right hand, for your, like, strumming hand. Like holding your pick, if you're holding a pick, or just the position of your left hand's thumb. It's very important. and actually screwed me up, because I always had a bad position with my left hand thumb, and then I changed that position, and it's just tendinitis. Terrible. So I can't play properly anymore. So it's not an excuse. I just can't play for very long times. Anyway, bad habits. You need to get through them, or past them. Have you seen the godlike heads in Pillars of Eternity? No, I have not. I am trying not to spoil myself. I have seen some screenshots and stuff, but... oh yeah, the full character creator. Yeah. Well, I'm gonna get early access. Oh, I should anyway. Because I have media keys and all that. Although I probably will have an embargo, so I probably won't be able to publish videos. But I'll be able to... maybe I won't even be able to talk. I don't know if they never say anything about talking. You can talk about the games, right? The embargoes that I get anyway are always very, just don't make videos. Just don't make videos before that time. I mean, I make the videos, I just don't publish them. Oh, you don't have an acoustic guitar. Well, that kind of is a problem. You can learn on the electric guitar. It just takes a little while longer. And it will handicap you a little bit later if you want to play on an acoustic guitar because it's so different. But having experience with acoustic guitar is actually nice. But you don't worry about that. It's fine. Well, I don't know the name of the song though. Sorry. Anyway, we have a thing over here. Oh, we have a new quest. Sir Ifan's Knot. This doesn't sound very enticing. Unless Sir Ifan's got... I don't know. Emiran legend holds that Saint Ifan created a miraculous knot that the faithless could not untie, and I believe that is a belt, the knot. A daring burglar recently cleaned out the myriad precious relics in the Smith's Hall of Emirgal, which I believe is the capital of Emiran or Emir or something. Anyway, where each treasure once stood, a string was tied, each leading back to an intricate knot in the center of the temple. The burglar left a tantalizing clue in the form of a written prayer to Saint Ifan, but the riddle has stumped the locals. Desperate to recover their artifact, the priests have reached out to mercenaries and adventurers for help, and I'm gonna assign Sonia. Because she doesn't talk, so I can send her in, and she is a paladin. Is she a paladin or is she a druid? No, she's a paladin. Brasswick is the druid. So off she goes, and let's see what happens. Now, before anything else, let's awaken Oiana over here. She's the one. She's the one.
Something I can do for you? Hafric's got me straightening the rooms, but I'll help you if I can.
She's very nice. Yes, thickness of the neck is very important as well, but I wouldn't recommend very thin necks. Although Young has a Les Paul, so it's probably got a reasonably thick neck. I really like Les Paul's necks for training and for... It's pretty good. I mean, Les Pauls are just awesome. Although Young's is a little... It's one of the... It's fine. But yeah, thickness is very important. Oh, if you're trying to make it, if you're trying to position your fingers properly, that's all it is. You don't need to fret too much about it. Get it? Because of fret? No. You don't need to worry too much about it. But just as long as you are aware of what you should be doing. So it's just as simple as that. It doesn't really need to be... Oina, you are my only one. Yes, you are. You feel for Oina's essence and almost instantly find yourself wrapped in darkness. It takes you a moment to realize that you've plunged into a very old memory. But as your eyes adjust to the torchlight, you find yourself standing in a gloomy tunnel that you instinctively recognize as part of Durgan's battery. A handful of figures in patchy cloaks and hoods, dwarves like you, hunch over a minecart. They're loading it with cloth-wrapped bundles from which you see the occasional flash of metal, the edge of a blade or the burnished glow of plate. The other dwarves scurry with a curious mixture of haste and caution. They stack the bundles in a din of muted clangs and thumps, following the echoes of their ruckus down the tunnel with nervous eyes.
Pay attention. Sooner we get this done, sooner we can go.
Your voice is a dry whisper, and your nerves tingle with energy. You feel the same apprehension that the others do, but unlike them, you relish it. Still, you look over your shoulder, just in case.
We're hurrying, Captain Gregor. Honest.
So this memory is of Captain Gregor, and this guy was one of his men. When you turn back, the others have redoubled their efforts, and you feel a pleasurable twist in your gut as they fill the cart. Being captain of the guard doesn't pay much, but it does allow you to visit the armory without raising eyebrows, and with Coin Master Zoltan selling off half of the battery's arsenal, who's going to notice a few more missing pieces? Besides, you've got a buyer lined up, as long as you can move these goods out of the battery before someone squeals. You pull back from the memory to find Oina staring at you.
Ma'am? Excuse me, ma'am? You all right?
Her head is cocked, and her brow is furrowed. Well, Miss... Oina, sorry. I can't ask you for permission, because the game doesn't allow me that. So it's gotta be the way it's gotta be. It's main quest stuff, for the expansion. I'm gonna awaken her. Actually, I'm gonna awaken Gregor, and have her remember the theft from the armory, which I believe is actually part of the reason why they mutinied. We're gonna learn about this theft later on, which is gonna be interesting.
Who? I don't...
Her face goes slack, and she looks for a second as if she's fallen asleep, but her eyelids flutter, and after several seconds they open to slits.
Thief? I'm the captain of the guard. Best be careful where you sling an accusation like that.
That's right, because I said awaken Gregor, and remember your theft from the armory. Interesting, that's the way I awakened her, just remembering, you know, the thing, but he didn't like that. Relax, Gregor. I was hoping we could work together. Yeah, we're talking to her repressed memory, by the way. Soul memory.
We're of one mind, then. However, I like to see offers on the table before I deal. What would you give me?
Well, look around. You're in no position to make demands.
I see.
Her expression flickers, but she otherwise hides her surprise.
You have me at a loss, and yet this is not a loss entirely.
She looks herself over, holding out her arms and folding the fabric of her clothing. Yeah, I need to reach Durgan's battery. The Cantic, please.
Hammers of Durgan, ring loud. May the anvil's deep music resound. Walls of the battery safeguard our works from marauder and wilder alike. Abidon's faithful travail by the forge, and the fires that brighten the ore.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about there.
If anyone asks, you didn't hear it from me.
Nope.
Got that? Now.
Oina doubles over, sneezing hard enough to scatter dust across the floor. She looks back up at you, wiping her watering eyes.
Beg your pardon for going on so. I got carried away and...
She stops blinking.
What was that I said? About hammers and fires and...
Her eyes grow wide and round. Yeah. You're awakened. Sorry about that. You share the soul of a guard captain. He was very nice. You got abs and just pecs like... He was nice. He's also a charming face. You're gonna get along just fine.
You must be joking. How could that happen?
Well, I kind of awakened you, because this should have come before, but I need to get into the battery.
I can't be awakened. That means...
This is not gonna go well. She takes a step back, covering her mouth with her hands.
Andres Tides, I'm stuck with him.
Oh, come on, look on the bright side of things. Her body goes rigid, every muscle tensing. She stands there, frozen in shock, until a sly look warms her eyes. It's not her anymore. The thaw creeps down her shoulders and torso until at last she speaks again, her voice as smooth as oil.
It's not all bad, Owena. Way I see it, you and me can make some deals. To our mutual benefit.
She cranes her neck, taking in the dark room.
Deals? What do you want from me? For you, not from you. I'm thinking it's time we got a raise.
Oh.
I don't know about that. Hafric's a bit of a miser, he is.
He is. Also, yeah. Oina's anxious frown replaces Gregor's confident smirk.
Don't you worry about Hafric. I've got something else in mind.
Haverick. Oina falls into a look of deep contemplation as she and Gregor continue in silent conference. Well, she's gonna go crazy in time, but not right now. So, yay! The Recluse of the White March is now ours. Or, wait a minute, what? No, I completed that. And now I need to go into Durgan's battery. I need to just open the battery. That's all that I need. Also, I'm gonna go in and get some bounties here, because we have a few bounties. There's no other way. Not that I know, Bruno. Not that I know. Not that I know. But I don't know if there's any consequence. Maybe the developers forgot or something. I don't know who wrote this. Who wrote the expansion, I mean. Farrowed. Did I say farrowed? I mean, I say always mispronounce things, but you know how it is. That's where I need to go. The voice of the singer sounds like Corinne Kempa, the voice of Leliana from Dragon Age Origins. Probably not the same. Because usually voice actors are closely tied to the publishers rather than anything else. But, I mean, it's probably not the same. You know, Oina sounds hot. Yeah, she does. I mean, she sounded hot before. She just has a sort of sound. Talk like this. Ditch her without explaining. That's... yeah. Okay, so let's go to Longwatch Falls. Let's get a bounty. I was trying to remember which bounty it was. just places for us to go to. It doesn't really matter. How would I avoid getting injured as I did? Oh, good question. Taking a wool lot
Andrus
longer.
Tides, Durance, you crack me up.
There's no joke to be had, Amawa. Only the observations of a humble missionary.
Oh, tell me the one about Magrin again. I love that joke.
Simply because I have business with that whore does not mean I care to discuss it.
How do you make your face get so red?
Oh boy. Oh, Maneha, you're the best. Picking on Durance is the best. So, to answer your question, Jung, so how I would do that is I would be much more progressive, and I would be aware of what damage I'm doing. So, basically, if anything hurts, don't play. If it hurts, stop. Come back when it doesn't, and just be patient. If you don't, you get tendinitis like I do. So the way unfortunately, my tendinitis sucks, because it's not a very good tendinitis. So all I need to do is I need to put a, a thing that allows my finger to just sort of do this. Because what happens is this tendon over here sort of overextends, and it's very, very painful. So I just keep it from overextending, and it works very well. Except I need to play with a thing over here. So it's fine as well. It doesn't really matter. It works for the most part. It sucks though. It hurts, and I can't do certain movements. But fortunately, I don't have to work with my hands too much. It's just mostly typing, so it's fine. So for work, it doesn't really matter. But yeah, just be patient, and if it hurts, don't play. Because I really didn't know what it was. I didn't know what it was, and I was like, I'm just gonna force it. It hurts. Let's do this. I did that. I'm pretty sure. Yes, I did that. It was on this hand. Because I also screwed up my right hand, but for different reasons. It's terrible. I'm just not a nice person, smart person. I just screw myself up for no reason. Now, we're looking for somebody. I mean, yeah, there's good tendinitis. The best tendinitis is the one that paralyzes you forever. That's the best tendinitis. The worst ones are the ones that don't really do much. Like tendinitis in your ass. That doesn't matter. Well, I suppose, wait a minute. I'm talking the gluteus maximus, because you don't even have tendons there. It's just a muscle, so you can't have tendinitis there. And since it doesn't, you know what I mean? Doesn't matter. Am I left-handed? No, I'm right-handed. I'm not inverted, like the camera. You're not seeing a mirror of me. You're seeing my my actual, like the way you would see me if you were here. So this is my right hand, and this is my left hand, as in this. The problem is the positioning, the way you hold the arm of the guitar, because I used to hold it like this, like in a claw shape. Terrible, terrible. But you see, oh, I wasn't showing it over here. So I used to hold the guitar like this, and you see that this over here doesn't actually extend. So I trained myself for this, and I built muscles in a way that this wasn't a problem. But the problem is this doesn't actually give me very much speed, and it's very bad actually for certain chords and for certain positions. So the way you need to do is you need to hold the arm of the guitar like this. This is on the back, unless you're actually doing special chords where you use this finger as well and reach around, which is fine. But if you do it like this and you have like certain positions like this or like this or like this and whatever, but you're always using this finger at the back of the arm. So what happens here is that you're actually doing a movement with this that's just pushing the finger this way because you're holding onto the arm. But for some reason, because I was just so used to this position, I had to pull the finger back because I was doing too much strength on the arm of the guitar, which is terrible because it just doesn't work. So I was pulling it, and the reason for that, what ended up happening, and because I had pretty strong muscles anyway, is that my muscles were capable of dislodging a tendon that works over here. Everybody has, well, not every, I guess if you have all the tendons, you should have a tendon over here that, so for some people, detaches quite a lot, and mine doesn't like being detached. So that's yeah. Fingertops hurting. No, you should actually murder your fingertops. The more they hurt, Don't make them bleed. That's bad. If they bleed, stop. And play with the other fingertops. But you should be as aggressive to your fingertops as possible. And if you get blisters, stop. And then be more aggressive. Because I don't get blisters anymore. And it's just a matter of having them calloused. And you need them. Trick. Rub them in alcohol. That kills the cells of the skin a lot faster. And it'll make calluses faster. It dehydrates them. It just dehydrates the fingers. It doesn't actually heal anything. It's just rubbing alcohol will work. Anything that just murders the cells, it's good. Oh, there they are. I was looking for them everywhere. I just didn't remember where they were. Now, this is going to be death for everybody.
Quiet.
Well, I say death for everybody. Hopefully for them. And then we'll see how that goes. Tendonasius. That's the one. Come on, guys. Don't stop. I need to play Siberia games. Okay, so these guys are dumb and they're all down there. The good thing is, I can do nasty things. I can shoot that guy over there. Barbarian, yeah. Oh no, I can shoot from up here. This is bad. What if I do this? Oh, they're upset. Okay, here they come. Nope, I'm out. Oh, maybe I'm not. Oh, hi, Mr. Very Fast Person. Let me see what I can do to you over here. A barbarian, you're very dumb, aren't you? Did it work? It did not. That guy is mad at me. No, he didn't. Wait a minute, am I paralyzed? I'm prone. Okay, that's not as bad. Let's do this. Not that. No, don't do that. Do this one. Okay, I'm prone. There it is. Okay, cast this and have him join me. And also have the rest of the... This is going to be a tricky fight, by the way. I'm just being an idiot and not actually paying attention. Because I'm just worried about her. Okay, it worked. Okay, don't shoot him. And we have a barbarian, and we have a barbarian over there. So I think if you attack him, and if you attack him, I think we're all attacking the right person. And then if I do some nasty things back here, like that, let's see what happens. Oh! Okay, that's good, that's good. Let's get a paralysis. No, that's just a stuck. Let's actually get this one, because it's much better. On that guy over there. Let's wait until the game does its thing. Endurance just finished that. Let's go with a blessing. The problem with the blessing is that it's going to bless the guy that I put in my team forcibly. It's that guy over there. And he's dominated for 22 seconds. That's pretty good. Okay, let's go with that. Huravius finished his ability. And now I should go in. Let's go in against that guy over there. And just play game. Zahua doing his thing. We have things coming in. Okay, what is that? That's a flame blight. That's not nice. Please don't be a flame blight. I could try. Are they still? They're very bad, actually. So I'm gonna make it join me. That's gonna work. Huravius doing his thing. Salamumber finished their ability. Nope, she finished her previous ability. It worked. Lovely, lovely. Paying attention to basically their will. That's what really matters at this point. Durance also finished his ability. This is Elena singing. That name is not unfamiliar. Oh, you mentioned it before. That's why. So you guys can watch that. Okay, so I want Champion of Boon, because this thing is really good. Who's actually taking damage? Well, it's a mixture of people. Zahua. So I'm gonna have Zahua be a amazing guy. And I'm gonna try and kick this barbarian in the face. Salamumber finished their ability. Let's see what I can do. That's 76% chance to hit, which is probably just a 100% chance to actually hit because of grazes and things like that. Zahua finished his ability. Continue finishing more abilities of that. Yeah, he's going for another one. Somebody cast the stone back here that I wasn't paying attention. It's these freaking priests back here, I tell you. These guys. And that barbarian is injured because, of course, he's going up against the Ravis. Endurance finishes ability. Let's get a little bit of accuracy on everybody for the heals as well. And we have these guys. There we go, Durance, doing your thing over there. Ooh, look at that beautiful spot over there. I have nice things. Pillar of Holy Fire. You're not gonna enjoy these, misters. Let's see. We also have balls. Oh yeah, he's still in that mode. Oh no, who's moving around? Zahua, stop. What are you doing? Okay, move that. Durance just finished his ability, and that's a bunch of damage, and that's great. Let's see what I can do here. Higher level. Let's not go with higher level. Let's go with lower level. We have other things. Pillar of Faith is always nice. And if I can cast on that guy, that's going to be amazing. That's an attribute. Whoa!
It's no.
Okay, did it knock down people? Yes, it did. Because that's what it does, actually. That ability... Instill Doubt. Is that an AoE? Oh, yeah. Cast it over there. And where is Hiravius? He's all... Where is Hiravius? Oh, he's still... No, attack that guy.
I need something stronger!
Hiravius is confused. Zahua finished his ability. Hiravius, what are you doing, man? Is she prone? Is she paralyzed or something? What is she doing? Oh, that's bad. That's bad. Ooh.
Tell me!
Okay. It's bad. She's stunned for 1.8 seconds. Come on, come on. Freaking hell, she's stunned again. Okay, so we're out. We're out. That guy. Oh boy, that is bad because we really need crowd control. You can see over here. Now, there's a way to sort of get out of this fight, but I don't think it's gonna happen. We're just gonna need... He's gonna be... He's frightened. He's frightened and he's stunned. He's dazed and all manner of terrible things are going on right now. Okay, he's back up to strength over here. Cleansing Fire does burn damage, but that's on an enemy, so it doesn't matter. Minor... Okay, that doesn't really matter. I don't know how she works. That's bad. There's just many bad things going on right now. Okay, Triumph of the Crusaders. No. Well, actually, you know what? Let's get... How long does that last? Triumph of the Crusaders. That lasts for... It doesn't? I suppose it doesn't. Okay. Let's get Triumphant over here. Hiravius, you're now casting spells. Forever. Forever. First things first, let's go with this. And be fast about it. We're all stunned. Yeah. And we're being stunned because they have my spells. Endurance over here, just dying. No, wait a minute, is that the one? Yeah. Okay, please don't be... Okay, is that... Okay, we're just gonna reload there, because this is terrible. That did not go well. That did not go well. Just really bad. It's really bad. I can do that another way. I can do that another way. So, we cleared out this top field over here before. And they shouldn't be able to see us. They will see us. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to stay over here. And I'm going to send Pelagina.
Uh-huh.
Hi, guys. Did you guys not see me? Hi. Yep.
Lavaro. Beyond. Seek.
Okay, so you took a little bit... Oh my god, that's fast. It's much faster than my own. Okay, so you are now getting sickened, because that's how I do. And I'm actually gonna get you to fight by my side.
It's no use. I need something...
Okay, then we are gonna attack that guy over there. Okay, and I'm gonna start with spells immediately. Let's see. I'm gonna go with that. Endurance is gonna go with this. We also ran out of the buffs, so that is a problem. Endurance, what are you doing? What happened to her?
Didn't work.
Yeah, she took a hit, basically.
Need to try something else.
Can I use her? Yes. Get her back there. Get a blessing in here as well. Oh, you're casting spells. Okay. Did you fail your spell? Yeah. Maybe. Maybe not. I just saw a hit there. Let's attack instead of using that spell. Okay, and now I have a few things that are gonna be very good. That priest is gonna be very good at defending against this one, though. That barbarian is not. Let's see what happens. Can I get that? Didn't. There it is. Okay, it worked. Yeah, turning these guys against themselves, it's amazing. So we got a bunch. Yeah, it's going pretty well. They're killing each other. And there's people down there who are not doing much. And you're taking a lot of damage, and I don't like that. So Durance, cast a little bit of a heal on her. Sure. Doesn't really do much. Cast another one. Okay, now we can attack you. And that guy is still part of them. Oh, that's nice. I'm gonna be able to cast another Dominate pretty soon. At least that's the intention. If I land that hit, which I didn't.
Too predictable.
71, come on, that's easy. Okay, I'm gonna need Pain Block on her. And I'm gonna need a little bit of this. I'm gonna need another Armor of Faith, because these guys are probably out of it. Yeah.
Need some
and,
something?
That barbarian is lasting forever. Yeah, now we're taking damage over time, because these guys are druids. Kill that guy. Come on, kill everybody. Okay, that guy's dominated. That's bad, but it's not gonna last for too long. Paladin is having a little bit of trouble here. What can I do with her? Not a whole lot, actually.
Not even slowing it.
I can have Manaha get out of it. Oh, lovely.
I'm ready. Look.
Okay. So let's get the barbarian to join us. Manaha. No. Zawa just being. Oh, I didn't. Oh, she got stunned. Something happened. Oh boy. Okay. Spell casts. Cast that.
Love beyond seek.
Off it goes. Durance doesn't have healings anymore. Got a little bit of this over here. It's everybody. Okay, so that was one spell. Another spell is this one. It actually does a serious amount of damage.
Love beyond seek.
Do you not have... I can't select him. Oh, it hurt the guys down there. Okay, we need to kill this guy. Please kill that guy and don't kill anybody else. And also, see if you could dominate... Actually, see if you can whisper treasons into the Ray of Light. Yeah, that works. And then see if we can paralyze... There's some nasty things back there. The barbarian. Stop dragging. I wasn't dragging. So no more finish that ability. Keep at it. He's still dominated. How long? 5 seconds more. Oh, I need more spells. Oh, come on. Okay, he's out of it. Keep at it. It didn't go very well. Adrugan is pretty decent. Let's go with this. Adrugan is now fighting for us. So they're basically gonna kill their own summons, which is the intent. Or their summon's gonna kill them. Okay, we're gonna need another Armor of Faith, because we're already running out of it for sure. And continue casting spells that I'm not focusing on, because I'm gonna need it. Also, because the game doesn't auto-pause and I'm not paying attention to that. Apparently the game should auto-pause, of course. Durance just finished his ability. And let's get Champion Boon. It's for extra might on her, especially now that she's all Fury up. And Ravis just finished his ability. Let's get another Relentless Storm. Because the other one probably is gone. Celanumber just cast that. Let's see what we have. Fire. Yeah, we don't know what these guys are. Are they stunned? They're not, so we're gonna need a little bit of that. They're also casting spells on us, unfortunately. Iravia's Endurance finished both of their abilities. And we have some pretty amazing things over here. Raw. No, that's a different thing. That's just extra damage. And it's a bunch of faux AoE damage that's gonna be lovely and amazing. So I'm gonna do that right there. And you're gonna need to be happy and alive. And I'm gonna cast a little bit of a heal in there. Celanumber finished their ability. Keep shooting that. Ah, that guy is just... Oh, nice stun right there. Perfect. Durance finished his ability. And I can cast this over here. And see what we can pull off. Ravis and Pelagina, that's fine. Let's get Hellstorm. That's crush damage. Not amazing, but it's pretty decent. Durance finished his ability, and I can get Champion's Boon on Pelagina. That's our only frontliner. We have Zahu over there, though. Zahu does a lot of, but these guys have a lot of deflection. So they're, and also the druid. The fact that they're druids is nasty. I definitely underestimated them before, by the way. I wasn't thinking they were gonna be this bad. I mean, I should have, but I'm needed. So Shining Beacon. Oh yeah.
It's no use.
Over there, the fences. Oh, that's a kill. And let's get some of, oh, like that, for example. The AoEs are now a little bit wasted, though. Okay, I think we are okay. Firedorn is their boss, and Zahua is using the wrong weapon. Nope, engage that guy. Yeah. Okay, you're gonna go ahead and... Ooh, that's not good. That is not good. Okay, change back. So I just wasted my form of a... an animal. Did you not? Oh, that paralyzation didn't work. No, he died.
Curses!
Yeah, we killed him. That's a barbarian for you. Yes, it is. But they are somehow faster than I am. Although I don't equip my barbarian with that sort of extra movement speeds. Can you change the difficulty if you have started already? Yes, you can. Let's give it a shot. Difficulty. There it is. But not in the middle of combat, I imagine. You can't enable certain abilities. Actually, the Path of the Damned might not be re-enableable. But I don't really mind the difficulty. It's the point. Okay, that guy is just really good. He's got look at that 95 wheel. You don't need anything stronger.
Curse my aim.
Don't curse
Curse my aim.
Shut up. Okay, a little bit of damage there.
Lavaru.
37 damage is better. I think it might have been Pelagina. Okay, the druid needs to go. Yeah. That's all of them. And they got wood skin, which is really nasty. So I need to just be capable of
Beyond.
Come on.
Seek. Lavaru. Beyond seek.
105 damage. So the druid is gone. That's what you get for being. Who's he attacking? Not Selanumbra, surprisingly enough. So he's down. Or he's gonna go down. He does have wood skin. I landed that shot. That's nice. He's attacking Selanumbra now. He's not attacking Selanumbra anymore. Ooh, he doesn't have range on her, I don't think. And she has.
That didn't work. Need to try something else.
It's working very well. There we go. Nasty fight. AoEs have a red center and orange outline. Any companion caught in the orange doesn't take friendly fire, even on spells that have friendly fire. I know. That one is actually a very, very important mechanic of the game, knowing that. So we have a bunch of treasure. Winged helm. And a head. Having the head is important. Durgan copper bracelet. What? I don't need that. Those were rewards that we got. I don't really need any of those. We have we completed Saint Ethan's Knot. So basically, somebody stole it. Oh, it's a riddle. Yeah, they stole it. In Emirgal, Sonia met with priests of Abaddon, the god of smithing and stuff, to discuss the mystery of who had stolen the Smith's Hall artifacts and for what purpose. During the investigation, a quirky priest of Whale, who is the god of the hunt, I believe, lent the group his bizarre form of help. Answers to the thieves' riddles posed as different riddles. Oh no, wait a minute, Whale is not the god of the hunt, he's the god of riddles. After tracking down each stolen artifact through a series of additional clues, Sonia and the priests of Abaddon realized that the priest of Whale was the thief himself. Very pleased with himself, he had no objection to being captured and sent to the Earl of Emir for punishment. When Sonia left the priests of Abaddon, they were still trying to determine the point of the theft. Yeah, those are kind of crazy people. And we got an item over here. Apparently I double right... No, I didn't double right click. It is Ethan's Cradle. Beneficial effect suspended for 20 seconds. Skeins of magical energy entangle enemies in the area of effect being... I don't know what that is. I mean, we're gonna get it later. But there we go, we completed that quest. That's pretty nice. And we have something else over here. Gaffel the Drunkard. He's asking for help with his accumulated debts. I need to go back to Cadnua. Let's go back to Cadnua so we can do that. We're actually very close to the exit over here, so I might as well just do it. The way you were positioning AoEs, I wasn't sure. Yeah, I might misposition them sometimes. But thank you for telling me. The about the AoE thing. Okay, so coming back to Cadnua, because there is a character over here that showed up that has a dialogue for us. Sometimes this happens. One thing that hasn't happened to me, and I don't know if they took it away from the game because it was sort of weird, is the sort of invasions that happen every once in a while. If you guys know, if any of you know what is up with that, I had that in my Let's Play, but I started the Let's Play when the first part of the expansion came out. So basically every once in a while we had to defend the keep, which was interesting, I suppose. It wasn't just... I mean, it's sort of an interesting concept. Of course, if the game was turn-based, it would be amazing, but as it is, it's just sort of a weird thing that happens. But yeah, I don't know what happened to those, because we haven't had them. It was something yeah, there are occasional attacks, but not nearly like there was when the game launched. Okay, so that explains it. Hey, I just need a second of your time, says that drunkard over there. Yeah, there's a drunkard in here. Gaffel the Drunkard. He's a local inebriate. It's not a drunkard. Has wandered onto the stronghold grounds. He is asking for help for his accumulated debts. For 3 days, he's gonna stay here, which is sort of weird. Yeah, but my security... I figured it was the security. They took them down a lot. Yeah, thank you. Let's see.
Hello? Greetings, Lady Selenumbra, I mean. I was hoping to talk to you. I'm in a spot of trouble.
This man's breath stinks of ale. Very well, let's hear it. You call your allies together and motion for the petitioner to step forward. Oh, he's not drunk anymore.
The thing is, I've worked up a few debts in Darfur, and a few other places. More than a few. I haven't got the coin, my lady. I'd pay it off if I could. I was thinking, maybe you know someone looking to hire on, or something. I'm willing to work.
So he's looking for work. I know a way you can pay off your debt.
I never did learn merchant trade. What do you have in mind?
Well, I'll talk to Bella Sege at the Breckenbury Sanitarium. You can help her with her research. Apparently, that's our only option.
Huh? Like in debts, you mean? Suppose you ought to pay well. At least, all right? Thank you. I'll head out there as soon as I can.
And he just leaves the stronghold. Nice. That's that. Again, 200 experience. And he leaves. And we have 3 prisoners. Let's go down there and torture them a little bit. One of them was actually for a sort of a misdemeanor, apart from the whole killing and stealing. Don't help this bum. Ooh, was it a bad thing? Did I do a bad thing? Is it gonna have bad consequences? I mean, it's not gonna have bad consequences. I know what happens in the end of the game. The world explodes. So here is our jailer. Hello, Mr. Jailer.
Well met, friend.
I'm your boss. Shut up. Greetings, my lady. I come to visit the dungeons. Do you have any instructions for me? What do you want to have done with these prisoners? Yeah, I don't need anything at the moment. Let's not torture them, because that's not the point of imprisoning them. It's more of a collection thing, really. It really is. Let's have a chat here with Eorn. I don't remember which one he is. Please, won't you let me go? I didn't mean to hurt anyone. I suppose I might be able to see that here. Eorn was a fugitive wanted for the murder of one of the Knights of the Crucible. I found him hiding in the catacombs beneath Defiance Bay and chose to administer my own justice for his crime. So he was going to get killed by the Knights. It was sort of a misdemeanor, so I could release him at any time. No, it's not a misdemeanor, it was a murder, but sort of, there's attenuating circumstances there. So if anyone is going to get released, it's going to be him. Certainly not the one that's calling me names somewhere around here. Because I don't remember. There it is. It's near it. This was our first prisoner. Let's see what happens to him. I found Nerid in Copper Lane, a hired thug impersonating a Svev dealer who owed a debt to his supplier. That was really bad, actually. He was a sort of shape-shifting. He was using the identity to sell Svev and thereby recoup the supplier's losses. Yeah. I should have killed her while I had the chance, you self-righteous bitch. Who's he talking about? Me or the lady that... Because he basically stole the house of somebody, and that guy is the one that I really hate. In Grand Furlough over here, the Wanderer, what happened to him? And so he and a group of death-fixated brigands attacked me as I traveled through my Magran's Fork. I don't remember that, actually. He proved unprepared to meet his own death and begged for imprisonment instead. Oh, then I suppose it's going to be fine over here. A fine place to find myself, he says. See? I'm a nice person. I promise. I don't think it was a bad thing, but seriously, if you can get a job, still buy plenty of booze. Yeah, I know. It's not about... Why did you give me that sound? It's never about him. It's never about the justice of the person. It's more about what I'm seen to be, or to be, and the way I do. So if people don't like him, then I have a reason to not help him. If it's a manner of helping people, I suppose you can get a little bit of a, of a thing. A death godlike that don't want to die. Irony. Not irony, I suppose. It's contradictions, but it is, sort of. I see that. Because death godlike is a Barath godlike. I suppose all of godlikes have something to do with a god. So the fire one is Magran's. The moon godlike, who would that be, though? I don't know what the god.
Not as beautiful as the Anguithin ruins near my home, but your fortress is impressive in its own little way.
Yes. Definitely not as beautiful as Anguithin ruins. You are sure of that? Yeah, and he's one of the Erglan Fathans that protect those ruins. He's just here being other things, doing other things. So let's sleep before we leave. And I'm gonna rest for might. Actually, these rest bonuses are a good way to be capable of completing quests. And I just now realized that. Moon Godlike from Ondra. Thank you very much. Dog Days. Thank you. Okay, let's get the other bounty. There we go. Take the same people as always. To the White March. To Russet Wood. 1 hour and 6... 1 day and 6 hours. Should be okay. Or I don't think we actually take to tiredness very often or very fast. I do think it's pretty crazy that that you can last for like a full day without having to sleep. But that is the way the game mechanics work, and I suppose it's a matter of balancing. So I got a bunch... Oh, wait a minute, I didn't see... Hiring Payday, okay, 1,250. Now, we have bandits around here. Now I'm saving the game. We have bandits around here that need to die. And I don't know where they are. Oh, fast mode. The game has got an auto pause. We don't need to sneak or anything. Oh, we have this thing that I never really figured out what to do with. And there's the bandits. Necromancer to boot. Okay, well, we had trouble with the other ones. We're gonna have more trouble with these.
I'm ready.
Let's have Pelagina be the one to say hi to them. Hello, sir. Sir. A junior wizard. Sir. Ruff. Okay, fall back. Nope. Oh, they're all spellcasters. Okay, they're not all spellcasters. Maneha, what are you doing? Maneha is confused. Ooh, we're all confused. Okay, that's a lovely start. I have things to do with that. I can prevent confusion. See you later, Young. Thank you for coming. Can't wait to make your fingers bleed tomorrow. If they bleed, stop after they bleed. If they don't bleed, then you can continue. If they hurt a lot, that's good. If you can't see weird things in your fingers, you're still good to play.
I'm ready.
Let's do this again. Start with the Didn't work. There it is. Okay, now you need to go back there, and Durance is gonna cast Protection Against Bewilderment, I believe, is what it is. Minor Afflictions. That works. 20 seconds. Bewilderment, Dazed and Confused. Does this work against Dazed? It does. Why? Oh no, it's a friendly target. Okay. So I'll cast that. It's all gonna be fine. How long does this last? 20 seconds. That's not very good. But let's cast it over here as well, and see if she can make it there first. She can't. She didn't get Barkwood. Hiravis finished his ability. Soundtrack is really happy about this whole affair. I'm not really sure what I can do here. Durance finished his ability as well. Okay. So we're all protected, and that's a Necromancer. Let's see what I can do here. There's things back there. Well, I have things over here as well, so you guys are not going to enjoy this. Well, hopefully, anyway. So Maneha has a ranged weapon where she shouldn't. And I'm going in. Oh, we're all in the wrong spot. Okay, then. Okay, well, that's going to be that right there. And I have amazing things coming up. Mind Plague could be a thing. Lenric. Okay, that sounds bad, actually. I want to have one of these guys fight for me. Let's try and go for Lenric. I don't know how well he's gonna be able to deflect my attacks or anything. Venom Blood. It's a pretty good ability, and these guys are all spellcasters, so they're gonna take a bunch of damage because it's an AoE raw damage. So it tends to be. Hopefully, it's gonna be good, but we'll see. Durance finished his ability. You get a blessing. I am still casting mine, but I don't think it's gonna work. That guy's pretty good at this. And we have Necromancer. Yeah, that's gonna be nasty. Let's see what I can do here. Yeah, didn't work. That guy resisted that, of course. It might go well. We'll see. We'll see. I might frighten them though. Let's shout. Let's see what happens there. Okay. So Selenumbra finished their ability, which is nice, because now these guys are all dazed and blinded and all things. And I'm going to try and paralyze you. Nope, that's a Necromancer. Let's do Phantom Foes, because this thing is awesome for just attacking in general. And she's shot. Oh, no. Where are you? Well, we are out of a cipher, which means that this is probably going to be our death. Hiravis finished his ability. Let's cast that. So we have now Champion's Boom for her. And you need that fast. Maneha. Yeah, these guys are taking damage because, of course, they're in that spot over there. Maneha finished their ability, which is great. But we're gonna need just a bunch of heals pretty soon. Oh, this is just amazing heal, so let's do that. Such a nasty thing. Can't wait until he's done with that. He's got combusting wounds as well, which is really, really bad. Okay, do that. That's Hiravius finished his ability. Let's see. Wall of Thorns, Hazard AoE, Plague of Insects, Foe AoE for raw damage. Oh no! These guys are so dead. She's also so dead. Doesn't she have Champion's Boon? I didn't cast Champion's Boon on her. I can best. Oh, dang it. Well, she's dead then. Can revive the Fallen though. Let's try this. Who's that guy? Let's tell him. Okay. She's probably dead. Is that who finished that ability? Holy crap. Like, I don't think I can pull this off. We're doing a lot of damage with our spells, but it's not enough. Zahua might be able to do good things here. We got a spell sword. Let's try and kick him down. Because sort of in the middle of everywhere. Oh, Pelagine is down. Durance finishes his ability. So let's bring her back. Travis finished his, and frame rate is tanking. Is that 4 AoE? Tell me that's 4 AoE. That's 4 AoE for raw damage. Unfortunately, it doesn't. Oh, there it is. How is she alive still? Oh my god, the frame rate is awful. Okay, this spell sword is now mirrored image. That's nasty. Okay, Zahua finished her ability, or his ability. So keep attacking him. Just kill him. Oh, she's back. So please heal yourself back. And let's get a proper heal in here for everybody. And see if we can keep fighting, because this is crazy. I might even be able to bring Selenumbra back, which I find it unlikely, but you might be. I mean, who knows? Who knows? We still have one of those, so I'm going to try. He Ravaged finished his ability, which is nice, because we have more spells coming up. Embrace the Earth. Actually, this might be good for those guys back there, but I can't do much else. That reflex is just sort of through the roof right there. Is this full AoE? I don't think so. It's a way AoE for crush damage. Actually, if I do that on them, that's gonna be really good, especially for that guy, so he's dead if I can land that. And this guy is now attacking Ravius, which is a smart thing to do. Paralogina just finished her ability. The game doesn't even have sound anymore. That's how frame rate murder it is. Zahua finished his ability. Can you please? No, just keep at it. Oh no. Oh crap! Durance finished his ability. Let's get a Champion's Boon on her. Can you not? Is she dead or something? Apparently it doesn't work. Okay. Oh no, don't do that. Oh no, no, no. Yes, revive Selenumbra. Let's see how well that goes. Selenumbra's back! Selenumbra is back, and everybody's confused. Kill that wizard. So Durance finishes his ability, which means that I can now proceed with heals around here. Try to anyway. Maneha is up there, sort of not knowing what to do. Palagina finished her ability. Let's see. Get another hit in there. And please, oh, that's a kill. Okay. Get another kill in here, please, fast. Although I'm pretty sure Selenumbra. Oh, Selenumbra just healed up. Oh, because of my heal. That's right. So you are finished, which means I can heal you right there. Try to anyway. Oh, but that doesn't apply to her. Because she's confused, or what is going on? No, it doesn't apply to her. So protection against confusement. Against bewilderment. No, 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 not like that. Not like that. Oh, it doesn't work. I need to do this. But I can't! Oh my god, that's stupid. Well, shield. No, that's stupid. I think we pulled this off. Stop attacking her, you idiot! Ugh. You freaking idiot. You're such an idiot, man. You're such an idiot. Okay. Get a heal in here. Come on. That's Larrick! Larrick is still up! That was quite a fight. That was a mess of a fight. That's what that was. But it worked. Zahua walks up and roundhouse kicks companion. That's what he did. Just freaking idiot. Just because she's confused doesn't mean you have to kick her in the face. This guy and his pain-seeking things. Oh my god, look at those weapons. Oh boy, that was a nasty battle. And we have a unique thing. Extra deflection, that's actually amazing. And she's gonna have that. And we have extra 42s and things. It's actually pretty good. Pretty amazing stuff. Pretty amazing stuff. We're not really paying too much attention to all the items. And we got a head over there. There we go.
At once.
I mean, that was Iravia's, though. That was Iravia's. Try turning off sound effects. Are you sure that's what it is that crashes that crashes the game? Or did you guys not be... Were you not able to hear me? Was that what it is? I know the game is very all over the place with the sound. Okay, so she has extra fortitude over there, so that's just better. But what I really want is extra deflection on her. She has something already for deflection. So... all defenses plus 5, damage reduction against a bunch of things. And you don't have... Whew! Look at that! That's beautiful. That's beautiful. She doesn't need the deflection. The maximum the damage reduction is pretty good. She's pretty amazing. She's pretty tanky with that. So, yeah. Put those away. Oh, it was the sound. Yeah, it might be. It might be. I do have a dedicated sound card, so it might be that. Because, you know, how sound cards are. Nobody uses a sound card anymore. I do, because I burned mine with my stupid interface. My sound interface for microphones, and it just... stupid amp, like, whatever, impedance. Just burn it, and it made a noise. So I bought a sound card. Okay.
Oh, I knew that Malkachoa was bad.
Hey.
It was Zahua. Malkachoa. I don't remember what he was. I think that's like, that is something that he smoked or he ate. I believe he keeps going on and on about that. You also use a sound card. That might be it. So let's see. So the guys that we just killed are dead. Thanks, Galvino. No, thank Galvino. That's a god. That's the god of the hunt. And you, of course. I'll be honest. I'd worried those fools were going to end up here and burn down the rest of the village. Nope. I also brought Firendorn's head. Oh, that's a relief. Fellow like that was bound to cause trouble, even if he was crazy. Here, this is for you. Afraid I don't have any more bounties. And we all leveled up. She's amazing. It's all amazing. We do need to sleep, so let's go ahead and do that. Internal sound card. So you mean an onboard sound card? That's not a sound card. That is a sound card. It's just that's not what I meant. Because if you don't have an onboard sound card, you don't have sound. It just doesn't work. Because you know you need to have something. But I meant
Got rid of that little fella,
you might
eh?
mean...
Take this with my thanks. Didn't need his trouble around here.
Oh yeah, he's referring to that guy that I got out of there. You mean an internal? You mean in the computer? Yes, that's what I mean. That's what I mean. The external ones. I was just sorry. I was saying on board. You were reading internal, and I was understanding on.
Anyway, what brings you back? Top
Room.
quality.
Room brings me back. That room in particular. A curse of cold added. Quest expires in 1 day. So let's see. All across the Eastern Reach, people are being buried in graveyards and returning from the dead as vampires. Examination by locals has revealed that animancers had tampered with several gravestone prior to the burial. Local lords have released bounties for the capture of whoever is responsible. Unfortunately, the rapid spread of the events leads many to believe that a group, not a single individual, is behind the experiments. And I'm going to send Brasswick because he's pretty good with these investigations. At least he's been doing them for a while. Now, everybody leveled up except for Zahua because he's mean. So let's level up. And we're now level 12. Mechanics, get that up. Amplified wave. Oh, that's damage. Detonate. Ooh. What? I have a bonus to might. That's why I have a bonus here. That's raw damage. It's very expensive, though, for what it is. Splinters the target's soul with sheer force, inflicting raw damage to them. Targets their lower endurance explode. Targets with low endurance explode, causing crush damage to all of the area in effect. So I suppose that's nice. Amplified wave. Isn't that the same? No. Amplified thrust. Minor resolve for deflection. That's interesting. Suppose that's good for her deflection if she needs it. Fractured volition. Why is this here? Because it sucks. This thing sucks. Because setting hobbled... Well, actually, hobbled is not too bad for some things. But it's just generally bad. It reduces speed, though. Foe target. Because it's a foe target, sets hobbled, and sets weakened. This actually paralyzes them. That's what it does. Because movement is reduced by 1.5, and weakened reduces movement by an extra 1, and I think movement is 2. So, that's what it is. This paralyzes them. They're so slow that they're going to walk away from me. That's how slow they are. So I'm going to go with that. Psychic Backlash. That's when people try to cast spells on her, which is actually not too bad. It's actually pretty amazing. Accuracy minus 10, though, but greater focus. Oh, maximum focus. I don't need that. Let's see. Offensive. There's some things that I could go for, specifically for accuracy. Well. Arms bear... No. Wound binding would be good. Field triage would be better. It's good to keep us running. Savage attack. 71.7 raw damage. Oh, because it's overtime. Yeah. I'm gonna go with field triage, and if I don't like it, I can always readjust this. It's all good. So Pallegina. Got survival on her. That's usually what I go with. Although I have athletics over here, which is for second wind. Gonna go with survival. So she has Zealous Focus.
Need something?
So she has these things, Zealous Endurance and Zealous Focus. Zealous Focus is for aggressiveness, and Zealous Endurance is for defense. Which is pretty good. Extra crit chance. Faith and Conviction. So I have that already. I think I have that already. Let's see. Maybe. Need to go in here. Faith and Conviction. That's an ability. Passive. A paladin's defenses are directly affected by the degree to which he or she acts in accordance to his beliefs. Okay. Does she actually have that? That's on itself. Extra deflection and all defenses. I think she does. Faith and Conviction. She does. So that's nice. So that's Deep Faith. That increases her deflection and all of her defenses. No. Yeah, a deflection in all offenses, yes. Hymns of devotion. No. Okay, so if I want to go, I want to go with the deep faith over here, which is pretty good. So let's see what else. Hold the line would be an interesting one. It's not like she can do much, I suppose. Yeah, she doesn't need defense. That's a nice one to have, but I'm gonna go with a hold the line. She's a frontliner for us, so that's gonna be that. Okay, Durance, it's your turn, man. We got lore for you. Yeah, go for it. And Brilliant Radiance. That modifies Holy Radiance to doing damage. Interdiction once per encounter, dazed on a foe AoE for 7 meters. That's actually pretty interesting. I don't need that because I have other. I have the cipher for just that. Apparently, it's the game engine Unity that causes the FPS drop. Yep. Aggrandizing Radiance. That's for his own benefit, I believe. An Inspired Flame. Oh, that's the nice one that I don't need. So that's good. Apprentice's Sneak Attack. Don't need that for right now. Mm-hmm. Okay, nothing important here. I'm actually gonna get an extra spell. So, not first level, probably 4th level. Triumph of the Crusaders, that's not really... What I really wanted is a 5th level, but... Pillar of Faith. That one is actually pretty good, so I'm gonna go with a 3rd level. So, 3rd level, bonus. Kinda doesn't matter too much. Pages and pages of looting can make the FPS drop in load times longer. Yes, it does. Yes, it does. I know that. But it's actually, it's not on the FPS, it's mostly on the... Well, it might be, but it's mostly on the load times. The load times do get affected. We're gonna take care of that. We're next to a merchant. So I suppose I can take care of that. So athletics, bring that up. Bonus 4th level spell. That would be quite good. Marksman is also pretty good, because it's bad at this. So I'm torn between a bonus 4th level or a marksman. I'm gonna go with a marksman. Because I need him to hit people. And her, a mix of athletics and survival. Let's just go with everything. Barbaric Blow. Once per encounter, full attack of double. Defensive. Yeah. Snake's reflexes. They sex reflexes. What I want for her is the superior deflection. This one. Fast runner. Superior deflection. She just takes so much damage. So, how is she feeling with the deflection? Should be about 80 by now. 64? She has such bad base deflection. It's even worse than Arabia's. Oh, well, it's yeah. Oh, well, it's the same thing as the other ones. Yeah, he's pretty good. Okay. So, let's take care of our inventory, then. Of our items.
Back to warm your hands, eh?
Let's sell things. How do I do this? There it is. Ooh. The issue is the NPC models are made in such a way that their complexity doesn't play nice with Unity Engine. The way of layering assets, yeah, I know. It's the alpha. It's probably the alpha channels of all the transparencies and all that, because it usually is the sort of effects that they added and stuff. Feedback circles under NPCs and yeah. Yeah. I noticed that it was something like that. Ninagoth's Black Pages, that's a reward. And it's 0 price, come on. So let's see how much money we're gonna make with these 5 pages of weapons. And also probably about 2 or 3 pages of swords. I need to get an auto-clicker. I really need to. And one thing we don't do is sell our grimoires. Why? Because Aleph might want to learn all of these. It's not like I'm gonna have Aleph to in a party anymore. But you never know. Look at those beautiful things over here. Warhammers. Some pretty amazing stuff in here. Wait a minute, wait a minute, wait a minute. Wait a minute. It's a fine scepter. Okay. Don't sell the unique ones. Because everything else can be enchanted and bought. The unique ones cannot. I suppose you can buy them back if you want to. And this is a unique one as well, an Inquithian Scepter. I haven't seen any other one like that. So 44,000 from, well, actually the exceptional stuff is pretty expensive. Oh, I might be selling also pretty expensive stuff over here. The wooden clothing. Okay. Monk's outfit. Leathern key robes. Yeah, because there's something over here like Aleph's leather thing and plate mail. I really need to enchant my things. Wanderer SLO, welcome to the stream. How's it going? You're a beginner. Ooh, there's a lot to learn about this game. I've started this playthrough because I wanted to understand the game properly. Also because I wanted to finish it before the second one comes around. I finished it once already, but I want to finish it again. Blessed skein cultist robes. That's interesting. It's just a normal thing. It's just a thing. But understanding the systems and mechanics is actually all that you need. Which sounds easier than it actually is. Exceptional plate armor. That's fine. You can sell that. 67,000. That's good. Okay, so sell that. Sell these and keep all of the amulets. There we go. Then we have a bunch of beer, a bunch of other things, and a bunch of other things over here. Perfect. 68,000. Thank you very much, sir. And there we go. Unfortunately, you wonder, SLO, this game is very long, yes. You can count on about 80 hours, sort of around that time, with the expansion. It might be longer depending on what you do, and depending on how good you are, and depending on the difficulty you're playing at. It might be shorter as well, depending on how many things you're going to do and how many things you read as well. Actually, I'd say 80 hours, but I do take a long time to read. And of course, with the stream, I take even longer because I talk about other stuff. What kind of pet do I... Oh, do you have? Wonder SLO. Yeah, long games are better because it allows you to just enjoy them for longer. Although there's some benefits to having shorter games as well. But anyway, that's going to be that for tonight's stream. I will be streaming more Pillars of Eternity next Saturday at the same time. So basically 3 hours before now, I start to stream. And I end the stream right around this time usually. So if you want to see more, you can come around and continue the adventure with me. We're finally going to Durgan's Battery, I believe. So let's just go there. 8 hours of journey. Yeah, we're going to Durgan's Battery. We have learned the Cantech. We know the password. We're just gonna get in there and see what happened to the dwarves. But yeah, for right now, thank you so much for joining me. I'll see you next Sunday. No, wait a minute. Next Saturday. Saturday. It's Saturday, not Sunday. Saturday. Have a good one. Bye.